Welcome, dear listener, and thank you for joining me tonight. As you settle into a comfortable position, perhaps lying on your bed or wrapped in a soft blanket, allow your mind to drift gently into a world far beyond the ordinary, a world where stories live, breathe, and stretch across time. Tonight, we will explore one of the most mesmerizing myths of all time, a story that has captivated imaginations for thousands of years, a story of fire, renewal, and the eternal cycle of life. This is the story of the Phoenix. Before we dive into the rich tapestry of history and mythology, let us take a moment to pause, breathe slowly, and let the calm of this quiet evening wash over you. Imagine the soft flicker of a candle casting a gentle glow across your room, the comforting hush of a world winding down, and the delicate, almost imperceptible rustle of wings in the distance. This is the perfect time to let your thoughts wander, to allow your imagination to awaken as we journey together into a myth both ancient and timeless. The phoenix is not merely a creature of legend. It is a symbol, a living metaphor for hope, resilience, and the remarkable power of renewal. Throughout history, humans have been fascinated with the idea of beginnings and endings, with the cycles of life and death that shape our existence. And nowhere is this fascination more beautifully captured than in the myth of the phoenix, a bird that lives through fire, dies, and rises once more from its own ashes. Its story is one of transformation, a gentle reminder that endings are not final, and that from the quiet moments of loss or change, new life can emerge. As you listen, try to picture the phoenix not as a distant, unreachable legend, but as a reflection of the natural rhythms of your own life, the rising and falling of days, the moments of challenge followed by renewal, the gentle unfolding of growth that occurs quietly and persistently, often without notice. To truly appreciate the wonder of the phoenix, it helps to understand the world from which it emerged. This myth has roots that stretch across continents, from the ancient sands of Egypt to the marble temples of Greece, and later through the texts and stories of Rome and beyond. Each culture that encountered this magnificent bird added its own layer of meaning, enriching the story while keeping the central message intact. Life, in its many forms, is a cycle, and within every ending lies the seed of a new beginning. As we explore these origins, imagine stepping softly into the past, feeling the warmth of ancient sunrises, the hush of temple halls, and the quiet reverence of people who looked to the skies and imagined a bird that embodied both mortality and eternity. Let your mind drift with me through these distant lands, as we uncover the earliest whispers of a myth that would endure for millennia. The phoenix has inspired artists, poets, and thinkers for centuries. Its flames have danced across papyrus scrolls, marble carvings, and illuminated manuscripts, always carrying the same message. No matter how fiery or destructive a moment may seem, there is always the promise of renewal. Picture the colors described in these ancient depictions, the brilliant reds, golds, and oranges of its fiery plumage, the soft glow of embers that surround it, and the serene, almost regal posture of the bird itself, rising gracefully from ashes. There is a gentle majesty in this image, a reminder that even in moments of profound change, there is beauty and calm to be found. Allow yourself to breathe in this imagery, to imagine the warmth of the flames not as destructive, but as transformative, reshaping the old into something new, gentle, and inspiring. As we move forward into the story itself, let us also consider the nature of myths. Myths are not just old stories, they are reflections of human thought, emotion, and imagination. They speak to our fears and hopes, our understanding of life and death, and our desire to make sense of the world around us. The phoenix is one of those rare myths that has endured precisely because it speaks to something universal, something deeply comforting, the knowledge that life is resilient, that challenges can be overcome, and that even after the darkest moments, there is always the potential for rebirth. Tonight, as we explore every facet of this extraordinary creature, from its earliest origins to its symbolism across the world, allow yourself to be fully immersed, to drift slowly through history, and to feel the calm certainty that the phoenix represents. So, take a deep, slow breath. Feel the weight of the day gently lifting from your shoulders. Allow the quiet anticipation of a story yet to unfold to settle in your mind. Let your imagination awaken as we embark on this journey together, exploring the incredible, fiery, and eternal life of the phoenix. By the time our tale is complete, you may find yourself both relaxed and inspired, with a sense of calm reflection carried by the gentle rhythm of myth, ready to drift into sleep, dreams, or simply the quiet peace of a night spent in thoughtful reverie.
Long before the phoenix became a familiar symbol in Greek or Roman stories, its legend had already taken root in the earliest civilizations, whispering across deserts, rivers, and ancient cities. To understand the phoenix, we must journey back thousands of years, to a time when humans looked to the skies not just for navigation or the passing of seasons, but for inspiration, for signs of meaning beyond the tangible world. The myth of the phoenix first emerges from the heart of ancient Egypt, where the bird was known as the Bennu. Picture the Nile flowing gently under a golden sun, the soft rustle of papyrus reeds along its banks, and the grand temples with their towering columns, adorned with intricate carvings and sacred symbols. It was in this world of both grandeur and quiet reflection that the earliest seeds of the phoenix myth were sown. The Egyptians, with their profound fascination with life, death, and the afterlife, imagined the Bennu as more than a bird. It was a representation of creation itself, a living embodiment of the cycles that governed existence. The Bennu was said to be a magnificent bird, shining with radiant feathers, often described in tones of gold and red, like the first light of dawn shimmering across the desert sands. It perched beside the sacred temples and pyramids, a silent witness to the flow of human life. The Egyptians associated it closely with the sun god Ra, seeing in its presence the eternal rise and fall of the sun, the daily cycle that brought warmth, light, and life to the world. Imagine, for a moment, watching the Bennu at sunrise, its feathers catching the first rays of sunlight, reflecting a shimmer of fire and gold, a symbol of both vitality and hope. This image, delicate and yet intensely powerful, would form the foundation of the phoenix myth as it traveled across cultures and centuries. The mythic significance of the Bennu extended beyond its dazzling appearance. The Egyptians linked it deeply with the concepts of rebirth and renewal, ideas that were central to their understanding of life itself. Life, they believed, was not a linear journey from birth to death, but a series of cycles, each flowing into the next, like the ever-changing waters of the Nile. In their texts and carvings, the Bennu is sometimes depicted rising from a sacred fire or from the primordial waters, symbolizing the renewal of life and the promise of immortality. It was not merely a creature to admire, it was a spiritual guide, a gentle reminder that endings were never truly final, and that the essence of life could always find a way to continue, transform, and flourish again. Beyond Egypt, whispers of the phoenix can be found in Mesopotamia, in the lands that cradle the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Here too, humans were fascinated by the cycles of nature, the flooding of rivers, the planting and harvesting of crops, the rise and fall of kings and empires. The early Mesopotamians envisioned birds of fire and brilliance as messengers from the heavens, creatures that linked the earth with the divine. Imagine the quiet dawn over the fertile plains, with the soft glow of firelight or sunrise illuminating a distant bird with radiant feathers, a solitary figure against the vast, endless sky. These visions inspired awe and reflection, inviting humans to ponder the mysteries of life, the passage of time, and the possibility that something eternal exists beyond the fleeting moments of our daily experience. What is remarkable about these early accounts is how consistently the phoenix symbolizes the intersection of mortality and immortality. Even thousands of years ago, across different cultures and landscapes, humans were drawn to the idea of a creature that could endure, transform, and rise again, much like the cycles they observed in their own lives. Imagine standing in an ancient Egyptian temple, surrounded by hieroglyphs and sacred carvings, tracing your fingers along the worn stones depicting the Bennu. You might feel the weight of countless generations who also paused to reflect on the eternal cycles of life, the promise of renewal, and the quiet hope that death is not an absolute end. The phoenix, in these early origins, also carried a sense of sacred timing. The Egyptians associated the Bennu with periods of renewal in the solar and lunar calendars, tying its life and rebirth to celestial movements. In a sense, this mythical bird became a bridge between the heavens and the earth, a gentle, luminous presence that reminded humans of the harmony and order of the universe. Even the sound of the myth itself, the word Bennu, softly spoken, conveys a sense of calm continuity, a rhythmic echo of cycles repeating, rising, and falling, as if the bird itself were whispering reassurance to those who pause to listen. As we reflect on these early origins, it becomes clear that the phoenix is more than a fantastical creature. It is a mirror of human curiosity and longing, an imaginative attempt to understand the mysteries of existence, time, and the cosmos. Its story is not meant to frighten, but to soothe, to offer the comforting knowledge that life is resilient, that endings are part of a natural cycle, and that renewal is always possible, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable change. Imagine lying quietly, eyes closed, visualizing the Bennu perched on the temple, radiating light, its fiery feathers glowing softly in the morning sun. Feel a sense of calm seep into your mind as you consider the gentle power of renewal and the timeless beauty of life's endless cycles. And so, as we leave the ancient lands of Egypt and Mesopotamia, carrying the image of the Bennu in our minds, we are ready to follow the phoenix as its story travels across the world. From these earliest whispers, it will grow, transform, and take on new forms in Greek and Roman culture, evolving with each retelling while always maintaining its essential truth: the promise of rebirth, the assurance that life, like the phoenix, can rise again, brilliant and renewed, from the ashes of what has passed.
In Egypt, the phoenix was most famously known as the Bennu, a bird of extraordinary beauty, grace, and spiritual significance. As we settle deeper into this story, imagine the quiet majesty of ancient temples, their columns rising tall and solemn, hieroglyphs etched with delicate precision, and the soft warmth of sunlight filtering through stone portals. It is here, amidst the grandeur and stillness, that the Bennu made its presence known, not as an ordinary bird, but as a symbol of creation, rebirth, and the eternal rhythms of life. Its plumage, said to shimmer with gold and fiery red, reflected the rising sun, bathing the temple halls in a gentle, radiant glow. Close your eyes for a moment and picture this bird perched atop the sacred pillars, its calm gaze observing the world below, a silent guardian of life's mysteries, a living emblem of hope that transcends time. The Egyptians held the Bennu in the highest regard, associating it closely with the sun god Ra. Its presence symbolized the sun's daily journey across the sky, a constant reminder that life renews itself every day. When the sun set in the west and darkness fell over the land, the promise of dawn remained unbroken, just as the Bennu, through its myth, promised the continuity of life. The bird was also linked to the concept of the soul and the afterlife, central to Egyptian beliefs. Imagine a moment of quiet reflection in a dimly lit temple, the scent of incense wafting softly through the air, and the thought that the Bennu represented not only physical life but the eternal nature of the human spirit. Its presence encouraged the faithful to contemplate mortality, the cycles of existence, and the possibilities of renewal beyond the visible world. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Bennu was its connection to the primordial waters of creation, known as Nun in Egyptian mythology. According to legend, the Bennu arose from these waters at the beginning of time, marking the moment when creation itself came into being. Picture this in your mind: a vast, calm expanse of water, stretching endlessly beneath a soft morning sky, the first light glimmering on the surface. From these waters rises a magnificent bird, its feathers glowing with warmth and life, a bridge between the formless chaos and the ordered world that followed. This image, serene and powerful, conveys a sense of profound peace, a reminder that from stillness and quiet, creation, and by extension, transformation, can emerge. The Bennu's association with cyclical renewal went beyond mere symbolism. The Egyptians observed the natural world carefully: the rise and fall of the Nile, the changing of the seasons, the patterns of life and death in both humans and animals. The Bennu reflected these cycles, embodying the idea that life is never truly finished, that endings are simply preludes to new beginnings. In art and inscriptions, the bird is often shown rising from flames or perched atop a sacred mound, representing both physical and spiritual regeneration. Imagine the gentle warmth of these flames, not as something harsh or destructive, but as a soft, transformative glow that renews and purifies. This vision is calming, a meditation on the natural flow of life, where challenges and endings give way to growth, beauty, and renewal. The myths surrounding the Bennu were closely tied to the funerary practices of the Egyptians. Temples, pyramids, and tombs were not only places of worship but also sites where people reflected on the afterlife, hoping for the soul's peaceful continuation. The Bennu symbolized this hope, its radiant form reassuring the faithful that death was not a permanent loss but a transition into another phase of existence. Imagine walking quietly through a sunlit corridor of an ancient temple, noticing the detailed carvings of the Bennu on stone walls, each depiction whispering the promise of endurance and eternal life. The calm reverence of the scene mirrors the gentle, reflective tone we seek to embrace as we explore this myth tonight. Even in these earliest forms, the phoenix already carried a message that would resonate across cultures and time, the inevitability of change coupled with the certainty of renewal. The Bennu was more than a bird, it was a philosophical and spiritual idea made tangible, a reminder to pause, breathe, and reflect on life's rhythms. Imagine letting this thought settle softly in your mind, like a feather drifting slowly to the ground, carrying with it the quiet assurance that everything in life has its season, and every ending contains the promise of a beginning. As we visualize the Bennu, it is important to consider the quiet majesty of its flight. Descriptions suggest a movement both graceful and deliberate, each flap of its wings sending a gentle ripple through the air, almost as if the world itself responded to its passage. Its song, soft and melodious, is said to echo across the temple grounds, a serene reminder of the harmony between nature and spirit. Let yourself imagine this sound now, a calm, rhythmic melody that invites reflection, inner peace, and the gentle surrender to the flow of time. This is the essence of the phoenix's earliest representation, not merely a creature to admire from afar, but a companion for the human soul, guiding thoughts toward patience, contemplation, and calm acceptance. Through its presence in Egyptian mythology, the Bennu laid the foundation for what would become the universally recognized phoenix. Its enduring symbolism of rebirth, renewal, and the eternal cycles of life provided both inspiration and comfort, a myth designed not to alarm or thrill, but to soothe, to guide, and to gently illuminate the mysteries of existence. As we leave behind the temple halls, the golden glow of the Bennu still lingers in our minds, a soft, comforting light that will guide us as we continue our journey into the story of the phoenix in Greek culture, where the legend would take on new forms while preserving the heart of its timeless message. As we leave the sun-drenched temples of Egypt and journey across the Mediterranean, the story of the phoenix takes on a new form in Greek mythology. Imagine the rolling hills and olive groves of ancient Greece, the gentle lap of waves against distant shores, and the soft warmth of a late afternoon sun casting long shadows over marble temples. In this world, the phoenix became more than a symbol of life and renewal. It was a creature of fascination, a bridge between the known and the mysterious, and a reflection of humanity's enduring curiosity about immortality. The Greeks, like the Egyptians before them, were captivated by the cycles of life and the possibility of rebirth, and the phoenix became a vivid embodiment of these ideas. The earliest Greek accounts of the phoenix come from writers such as Herodotus, who described it as a singular, extraordinary bird, appearing only once every 500 years. Imagine the awe of the people who first heard these tales, contemplating the long, quiet span of centuries between the bird's rare appearances. The phoenix, in Greek imagination, was a being of both majesty and mystery, radiating beauty with its shimmering feathers and commanding a quiet respect for the power of time itself. Its long life, punctuated by its fiery death and miraculous rebirth, offered a lens through which humans could explore their own fears, hopes, and the passage of time. In Greek mythology, the phoenix was often described as having a strikingly brilliant appearance, with feathers of gold, red, and purple, catching the sunlight like flickering flames. Picture, if you will, this magnificent creature perched on the edge of a cliff, overlooking the Aegean Sea, its reflection mirrored in the calm, rippling waters below. Its gaze is serene yet wise, as though it has witnessed the rise and fall of countless generations, holding within itself the quiet knowledge of life's impermanence and continuity. For the Greeks, such imagery was not merely decorative, it was symbolic, a reminder that even the most radiant and fleeting moments are part of a greater, eternal cycle. Herodotus, known as the father of history, described the phoenix as traveling to the city of Heliopolis, carrying its own aromatic nest, crafted from precious spices. Here, it would immolate itself in fire, only to be reborn anew from the ashes. The ritual of death and rebirth fascinated Greek thinkers, who saw in the phoenix a metaphor for the natural world, human resilience, and even the endurance of civilization itself. Imagine watching the gentle rise of smoke and embers as the phoenix's nest ignites, not with fear or destruction, but with the calm inevitability of transformation. The fire becomes a sacred element, a purifying force that clears the old, making way for the new, a quiet spectacle of renewal. The Greeks also used the phoenix as a symbol in their philosophy and literature. Its life cycle, so rare and so precise, represented both endurance and the inevitability of change. It reminded listeners and readers that time moves slowly yet inexorably, that great beauty can emerge from endings, and that mortality does not preclude the possibility of continuation. Picture the reflective mood this inspired: scholars and poets, quietly contemplating the lessons of the phoenix, seeing in its life a model for patience, resilience, and hope. Its presence in Greek thought was both calming and profound, a gentle reassurance of the patterns that underlie the seeming chaos of life. Interestingly, the phoenix in Greek mythology also became a symbol of uniqueness and solitude. Unlike many birds that travel in flocks or nests, the phoenix existed alone, emphasizing its extraordinary nature. Imagine it soaring high above the mountains, the wind lifting its fiery feathers, gliding effortlessly across valleys and plains, a solitary figure against the broad expanse of sky. This solitude is not lonely. Rather, it conveys a sense of dignity and purpose, a quiet strength that comes from understanding one's own place in the grand rhythm of life. It serves as a comforting reminder that moments of solitude can be as nourishing and transformative as periods of connection and activity. The story of the phoenix also took on moral and philosophical dimensions in Greece. Its rebirth from fire was often interpreted as a metaphor for self-renewal and the pursuit of wisdom. Imagine a gentle evening, with the last rays of the sun melting into the horizon, and the phoenix rising from its ashes, radiant and serene. This image invites contemplation of personal growth, encouraging viewers to reflect on their own lives and the ways in which challenges can lead to transformation. There is a calm beauty in this, a soft reassurance that renewal is always possible, and that endings are not failures but opportunities for rebirth and insight. Moreover, Greek depictions of the phoenix maintained a subtle connection to the divine. It was often associated with the sun and celestial cycles, linking human experience with the cosmos. Imagine tracing its flight path across a sky streaked with warm colors of dawn or dusk, the bird's fiery feathers blending with the golden light. In this way, the phoenix became a bridge between the earthly and the divine, a gentle reminder that life, though fragile, is part of a vast, ordered, and comforting universe. As we immerse ourselves in these Greek interpretations, it becomes clear that the phoenix's story is more than myth. It is a meditation on time, change, and the quiet beauty of transformation. Its radiant form, long lifespan, and ritualistic rebirth invite us to slow down, reflect, and consider the cyclical nature of life, death, and renewal. By picturing the phoenix soaring above cliffs, bathing in the sun's glow, and rising anew from its own ashes, we are gently guided into a space of calm contemplation, a perfect setting for relaxation and bedtime reflection. With these images and ideas in mind, we are ready to follow the phoenix further, into the Roman world, where the myth would be embraced, adapted, and woven into new stories that connect history, literature, and philosophy, continuing the bird's timeless journey through human imagination. As the story of the phoenix traveled across the Mediterranean, it found a new home in Roman literature and culture, taking on fresh meanings while preserving the essence of its ancient Egyptian and Greek roots. Picture yourself wandering through the bustling streets of Rome, the soft clatter of footsteps on cobblestones, the gentle warmth of the sun glinting off marble statues and columns. Temples rise in solemn grandeur, markets hum with quiet activity, and scholars and poets gather in shaded courtyards to share their thoughts. It is in this world of reflection, philosophy, and artistry that the phoenix became more than a legend. It became a symbol, woven into the moral, literary, and philosophical fabric of Roman life. Roman writers such as Ovid, Pliny the Elder, and later authors like Lactantius offered vivid accounts of the phoenix, emphasizing its rarity, its fiery death, and its miraculous rebirth from ashes. In their retellings, the bird's cycle of life became a metaphor not just for natural renewal but also for the endurance of virtue, the resilience of the soul, and even the continuity of empire. Imagine a Roman scholar seated in a quiet study, parchment spread before him, as he pens a careful description of the phoenix, noting the brilliant reds, golds, and purples of its plumage, the gentle curve of its wings, and the calm majesty with which it rises anew. The phoenix becomes a model of perfection, an ideal that inspires reflection, teaching that the beauty of life is eternal even in the face of inevitable endings. Pliny the Elder, in his Natural History, describes the phoenix as an extraordinary bird whose life spans centuries, culminating in a fiery self-immolation, after which it is reborn from its own ashes. Imagine the soft crackle of flames, a warm golden glow surrounding the delicate, radiant bird as it completes this transformation. Unlike ordinary death, this fire does not evoke fear or despair. It is a gentle, sacred process, a purification that clears the way for renewal. For the Romans, this was a potent metaphor. No matter how destructive or challenging a moment might seem, transformation and continuity are always possible. Ovid, in his poetic retellings, emphasizes the elegance, rarity, and almost mystical presence of the phoenix. It is solitary, unique, and remarkable, qualities that enhance its symbolic significance. Imagine the bird perched on the highest temple spire at dawn, its radiant feathers reflecting the first light of day. This image, calm yet powerful, embodies the idea of patience, endurance, and grace. The phoenix does not rush, it does not fear the passage of time. Instead, it follows its own rhythm, a reminder that life cycles are best met with quiet acceptance and thoughtful reflection. Romans also used the phoenix to represent the continuity of the empire itself. Just as the bird rises from its own ashes, so too could Rome endure periods of turmoil, political upheaval, or societal change, always emerging renewed and stronger. Imagine the symbolic resonance of this idea for a Roman citizen, watching the eternal cycles of the phoenix, feeling reassured that human endeavors, though fragile, could align with timeless forces of renewal. In this way, the phoenix became not only a creature of legend but also a model for human and civic resilience. The visual depictions of the phoenix in Roman art, mosaics, and manuscripts further enhanced its calming, reflective qualities. Its fiery feathers, often rendered in deep reds, shimmering golds, and soft purples, capture the eye while encouraging contemplation. Picture a tranquil mosaic floor in a Roman villa, sunlight streaming through open windows, casting gentle patterns on the depiction of a phoenix in mid-flight. Its wings seem to move with a quiet grace, inviting viewers to pause, reflect, and allow their minds to drift along with the bird, following its gentle arc across the sky. In addition to literary and artistic symbolism, the phoenix also carried spiritual and philosophical meaning for the Romans. Its self-renewal was often interpreted as a model for personal virtue, patience, and moral fortitude. Imagine a Roman philosopher walking slowly through a colonnade at dusk, the air calm and cool, contemplating the phoenix's example. The bird's rebirth from flames offers reassurance that human life, like the phoenix, can endure hardship, embrace transformation, and emerge renewed. There is a quiet meditation in this thought, a soft invitation to reflect on one's own capacity for resilience and growth. Interestingly, the Romans also linked the phoenix to celestial cycles, particularly the sun. The bird's life and rebirth were sometimes seen as aligned with the daily rising and setting of the sun, reinforcing the connection between life, time, and renewal. Imagine the phoenix ascending into a soft morning sky, its radiant plumage blending with the gentle light of dawn. This imagery invites a calm, contemplative awareness of the natural world and humanity's place within it. It is a vision that soothes, encourages reflection, and provides a subtle but powerful sense of comfort and continuity. By the time the phoenix had fully entered Roman imagination, it had evolved into a multifaceted symbol. It was a creature of beauty, a teacher of virtue, a model of resilience, and a reminder of the eternal cycles of life. Its story was no longer confined to distant lands or abstract myth. It had become a living lesson in hope, transformation, and the quiet endurance of both nature and spirit. Picture the phoenix now as it soars over the Roman Forum, gliding above bustling streets, temples, and markets, its presence a calming, luminous reminder of life's rhythms and the promise of renewal. As we leave the world of Rome and prepare to explore the phoenix in greater detail, its descriptions, symbolism, and life cycle, we carry with us these lessons: patience, hope, and the beauty of transformation. Each depiction, each story, each philosophical reflection encourages us to slow our pace, breathe deeply, and imagine the phoenix's gentle, eternal dance through time, guiding us into a space of quiet reflection and calm.
The phoenix is not merely a creature of legend, it is a vision of beauty and majesty that has captured the imagination of countless generations. To truly understand why the phoenix has held such enduring fascination, we must explore the ways in which it has been described across different cultures and time periods. Picture, if you will, a quiet morning, with soft light spilling across a tranquil landscape. Somewhere in the distance, a bird of extraordinary brilliance perches atop a cliff, its feathers catching the first rays of dawn. This is the phoenix, and its appearance alone evokes awe, serenity, and a gentle curiosity about the mysteries of life and the cycles of nature. In most accounts, the phoenix is described as a bird of magnificent size, often larger than the ordinary birds that inhabit the lands around it. Its wings are broad and powerful, capable of carrying it across vast distances, yet its movements are graceful, almost poetic. Imagine the gentle beat of its wings, each stroke stirring the air in a rhythmic, calming motion, a soft symphony of motion and stillness. The bird's feathers are its most striking feature, shimmering in vibrant hues of gold, red, and sometimes purple, reflecting light in a way that seems almost otherworldly. Each feather seems alive, glowing softly as if infused with the very energy of the sun, drawing the observer's gaze and inviting a sense of calm reverence. Its eyes, too, are often described as remarkable, reflecting both intelligence and serenity. Imagine meeting the gaze of the phoenix, its eyes calm and knowing, as if the bird has witnessed countless cycles of life and death, and understands the quiet rhythms of the world. There is no threat in this gaze, only an invitation to reflect, to observe, and to appreciate the delicate balance of existence. The combination of its brilliant plumage, expansive wings, and wise eyes creates an image that is both magnificent and comforting, a symbol that speaks directly to the human soul, offering reassurance that beauty and renewal are eternal forces in the universe. Many accounts also describe the phoenix's beak and claws as perfectly proportioned and elegant, emphasizing its noble and dignified presence. Imagine the gentle curve of its beak, capable of delicacy yet strong enough to survive its fiery rebirth. Its claws, often portrayed gripping a perch or the edge of a sacred mound, convey stability and grace, a reminder that even amidst the extraordinary, there is structure, poise, and calm purpose. Every aspect of the phoenix's physical form is designed to reflect its symbolic essence, strength paired with beauty, majesty paired with serenity, and the extraordinary paired with the familiar rhythms of life. The phoenix's song, though less frequently described than its appearance, is equally mesmerizing. Ancient texts suggest a soft, melodious call, neither loud nor intrusive, but gentle and resonant, echoing across mountains, deserts, and sacred temples. Imagine standing quietly, listening to this song as it drifts through the air, a calming presence that fills the listener with warmth and serenity. The phoenix's voice is not just a sound, it is an embodiment of harmony, a reminder of the balance and cyclical nature of life. Each note carries a subtle message of patience, hope, and renewal, reinforcing the calming, reflective nature of this mythic creature. In addition to its colors and song, the phoenix is often associated with fire, though not in the sense of danger or destruction. Instead, the flames that surround it are transformative, gentle, and purifying. Picture a soft, golden blaze enveloping the bird, a warm glow that illuminates its feathers and highlights its delicate form. The fire is a natural extension of the phoenix, representing renewal, purification, and the eternal cycles that define its existence. Observing the phoenix amidst this glow is a soothing experience, inviting contemplation and reflection, encouraging the mind to slow, breathe deeply, and absorb the calm energy of renewal. Across cultures, the phoenix has also been described as carrying a subtle fragrance, often compared to rare spices or fragrant incense. Imagine the delicate scent of frankincense or myrrh drifting through the air as the bird moves gracefully through its environment. This sensory detail adds another layer of depth, reinforcing the phoenix's otherworldly yet comforting presence. Its physical form, movement, song, and scent combine to create an image that is not only visually stunning but also emotionally and spiritually reassuring. Perhaps most remarkable of all is the sense of majesty conveyed by the phoenix's presence. Unlike ordinary creatures, it exudes a calm authority, a quiet power that does not overwhelm but rather invites observation and introspection. Imagine watching it soar high above cliffs or deserts, wings catching the light in gentle arcs, gliding effortlessly yet with purpose. The very sight evokes a feeling of serenity, as if witnessing the natural harmony of the universe in motion. It reminds us of the beauty inherent in life cycles and encourages a contemplative, peaceful state of mind. The descriptions of the phoenix serve an important purpose beyond mere visual imagery. They are designed to engage the imagination, allowing listeners to experience a calming, meditative state. Each detail, the shimmering feathers, the wise eyes, the melodic song, the gentle fire, works in concert to evoke both wonder and tranquility. As we picture this bird in our minds, we are invited to slow our thoughts, breathe deeply, and immerse ourselves in a narrative that soothes as much as it inspires. In this way, the physical depiction of the phoenix is inseparable from its symbolic meaning. Every detail of its form reinforces its message of rebirth, hope, and the enduring cycles of life. The brilliance of its feathers reminds us that beauty can emerge from transformation, its wings and flight illustrate freedom and grace, and its calm gaze embodies wisdom and patience. Observing the phoenix is a gentle meditation on the extraordinary in the ordinary, the eternal in the fleeting, and the quiet, unending rhythm of life itself.
One of the most fascinating aspects of the phoenix, and perhaps the feature that has captivated imaginations for centuries, is its unique life cycle. The story of this extraordinary bird is not only about its radiant beauty or solitary majesty, but also about the profound journey it takes through life, death, and ultimately, rebirth. As you settle more comfortably, imagine the phoenix perched on a quiet cliff at dawn, the soft glow of the sun reflecting off its shimmering feathers. The calm rhythm of the waves below and the gentle whisper of the wind through distant trees create a serene atmosphere, a perfect setting to explore the slow, deliberate unfolding of the phoenix's life. The phoenix's life cycle begins, as all life does, with the act of living. Unlike ordinary birds, the phoenix is said to live for centuries, with some accounts suggesting spans of 500 or even 1,000 years. Imagine, if you can, the passage of time as it would feel to this magnificent creature, centuries of observing the world, watching generations of humans and animals rise and fall, witnessing the slow, patient unfolding of the natural cycles. Its long life allows it to gain a deep understanding of the rhythms of existence, a wisdom that ordinary creatures could never achieve. The phoenix moves through time with deliberate grace, never rushing, never anxious, embodying patience in its purest form. As the phoenix reaches the end of its long life, it enters the most remarkable phase of its journey, the self-immolation. Picture the bird carefully building a nest from aromatic woods, spices, and resin, each branch and leaf placed with precision, a deliberate act of preparation and reflection. This nest, fragrant and glowing in the soft light, becomes the sacred stage for the final act of one cycle and the beginning of the next. When the time comes, the phoenix sets the nest ablaze, allowing the flames to rise and consume it. This fire, rather than destructive in a harsh sense, is gentle, transformative, and purifying. Imagine the warmth of the fire, the soft crackle of embers, and the radiant glow surrounding the bird, a peaceful scene rather than a frightening one. The flames are part of the natural rhythm of life, a necessary transformation that clears the old to make way for the new. From these very ashes, a new phoenix is born. The transformation is immediate and miraculous. From the remnants of its previous life emerges a young, radiant bird, vibrant with energy, feathers shimmering in gold, red, and violet hues. Imagine the soft rise of this newborn bird, fragile yet resilient, embodying the promise of renewal and continuity. This rebirth is a central metaphor in the myth, illustrating the idea that life is cyclical and that endings are never absolute. Even in moments of perceived loss or conclusion, there exists the potential for new beginnings, a comforting thought that resonates deeply with the human experience. The symbolism of the phoenix's life cycle extends beyond mere mythology. Its journey represents the cycles that govern all aspects of existence, from the natural rhythms of day and night, the changing of the seasons, to the personal cycles of growth, challenge, and renewal in our own lives. Imagine the phoenix soaring gracefully above a landscape transformed by fire and renewal, its flight a gentle reminder that transformation is not something to fear, but a natural and essential part of life. Each flap of its wings carries the promise that no matter how intense or consuming a moment may be, life continues, evolves, and emerges renewed. Interestingly, the phoenix's cycle of death and rebirth is often described as solitary and contemplative. Unlike creatures that reproduce in flocks or herds, the phoenix completes its transformation alone, emphasizing the personal, introspective nature of renewal. Imagine this solitary bird resting on a high cliff after its rebirth, surveying the world with serene wisdom, aware of its place within the broader cycles of nature. There is a quiet dignity in this solitude, a gentle lesson that reflection, patience, and self-understanding are as important as action in life's journey. The repeated cycle of the phoenix, living, dying in fire, and rising anew, is also a metaphor for resilience. Just as the bird endures centuries and emerges from flames, humans too have the capacity to endure challenges, embrace change, and grow stronger through experience. Imagine quietly reflecting on your own life as you picture the phoenix. Moments of difficulty and endings are part of a natural cycle, and each one carries within it the seed of renewal. The myth encourages a calm, patient perspective, suggesting that life's transitions are not to be feared but observed, understood, and accepted with gentle grace. The phoenix's life cycle, in essence, is a meditation on the passage of time. It teaches the value of patience, the inevitability of change, and the beauty of transformation. Picture the phoenix in flight once more, soaring over valleys, rivers, and mountains, its radiant feathers glowing softly in the light of dawn or dusk. Each motion, each beat of its wings, embodies balance, calm, and harmony. Its existence reminds us that life, though fleeting in the human sense, is part of a greater, continuous rhythm that encompasses all things. By contemplating the phoenix's life cycle, we are invited into a space of reflection, imagination, and gentle reassurance. Its story encourages us to pause, breathe deeply, and consider the natural ebb and flow of our own lives. Like the phoenix, we can embrace transformation, find renewal in endings, and discover beauty in the cycles that shape our existence. As the phoenix journeyed across continents and centuries, its story did not remain confined to Egypt, Greece, or Rome. The bird's myth traveled far and wide, adapting to the cultures it encountered while preserving its essential symbolism of renewal, immortality, and hope. To truly appreciate the phoenix, it is important to explore its interpretations across different civilizations and how each culture reflected its own beliefs, values, and understanding of life through this magnificent creature. Imagine yourself lying comfortably in a quiet room, the soft glow of a lamp casting gentle shadows on the walls, as we journey together through distant lands and ancient times to see how the phoenix's symbolism blossomed in diverse cultures. In the Middle East, the phoenix was associated with the sun and celestial forces, echoing some of the earliest Egyptian ideas but adding a new layer of spiritual significance. Here, the bird often symbolized divine wisdom and the eternal cycle of time. Picture a vast desert stretching endlessly beneath a sky painted with the soft oranges and purples of dusk. Somewhere on the horizon, the phoenix glides gracefully across the dunes, its feathers shimmering like molten gold in the fading light. To the people of this region, the bird was a reminder that the universe itself moves in cycles, that life and death are intertwined, and that the forces of creation and destruction are part of a natural, comforting order. In China, the myth of the phoenix transformed into the fenghuang, a creature that combined elements of both the phoenix and other legendary birds. Unlike its solitary Western counterpart, the fenghuang was often depicted as a harmonious symbol, representing balance, virtue, and cosmic order. Picture a serene landscape of misty mountains, rivers flowing quietly below, and the fenghuang perched upon a flowering branch, its plumage radiant in delicate shades of red, gold, and blue. In Chinese culture, this bird was not just about rebirth but also about harmony between yin and yang, the balance of male and female energies, and the alignment of human life with the natural and cosmic world. Its gentle presence evoked a sense of calm, reflection, and understanding that transcended the material world. In Japan, the phoenix, known as the H, became a symbol of imperial authority, peace, and prosperity. Imagine a quiet Japanese garden at dawn, the soft trickle of water from a bamboo fountain blending with the distant call of birds. The H, radiant and majestic, glides above the garden, embodying grace and serenity. Its appearance was believed to coincide with times of virtue and harmony, serving as a reminder that the natural world reflects the moral and spiritual state of human society. Here, the phoenix was both a guide and a symbol, encouraging people to live with integrity, patience, and mindfulness. In Europe, particularly during the medieval period, the phoenix retained its symbolic association with rebirth but took on new religious significance. Christian scholars interpreted the bird as a symbol of resurrection, immortality, and the eternal life promised through faith. Picture a quiet monastery at sunset, sunlight filtering through stained glass windows, illuminating a painted depiction of the phoenix rising from ashes. The soft glow highlights the bird's radiant feathers and calm expression, reminding the faithful that life is cyclical, that transformation is possible, and that the spirit endures beyond the temporal world. In this context, the phoenix offered a gentle, reassuring presence, a metaphor for hope even in times of sorrow or loss. Across all these cultures, certain themes remain constant. The phoenix is always associated with cycles, birth, death, and renewal, and embodies resilience, hope, and the possibility of transformation. Imagine the phoenix soaring across different landscapes, deserts, mountains, rivers, and ancient cities. Its feathers catch the light in myriad ways, reflecting the unique colors and textures of each culture that has embraced it. Despite these differences, the bird's essential message remains the same: endings are not final, and renewal is always possible. Its flight is both literal and symbolic, traversing time, space, and imagination, gently reminding us of the interconnectedness of all life and the universality of hope. The contrasts between these cultural interpretations are subtle yet meaningful. In the West, the phoenix is often solitary, emphasizing introspection and personal renewal. In the East, it embodies harmony, cosmic balance, and social virtues. Despite these differences, the underlying thread of continuity, transformation, and eternal life remains, binding these diverse myths into a single, timeless tapestry. Picture yourself gently tracing this tapestry in your mind, moving from one culture to another, noting the similarities and differences, and feeling a sense of calm appreciation for the richness of human imagination. By reflecting on these cross-cultural interpretations, we begin to see the phoenix not just as a mythological creature, but as a universal symbol connecting humanity across time and space. Its story is both a mirror and a guide, encouraging contemplation, patience, and acceptance of life's natural rhythms. Imagine closing your eyes and visualizing the phoenix in each of these landscapes, from the misty mountains of China to the sun-drenched deserts of the Middle East, from the tranquil gardens of Japan to the solemn monasteries of Europe. With each vision, the bird radiates calm, wisdom, and the promise of renewal. In this way, the phoenix becomes more than a story, it becomes a companion for the mind and spirit, guiding us gently through the cycles of life and inviting us to embrace change with serenity. By contemplating its presence in these varied cultures, we gain not only knowledge of history and mythology but also a quiet, meditative understanding of life, resilience, and hope. Its flight, radiant and eternal, encourages us to slow our thoughts, breathe deeply, and recognize that, like the phoenix, we too can rise, transform, and continue forward, no matter what has passed. As we continue to follow the phoenix through history and across cultures, it becomes clear that the bird is far more than just a symbol of beauty or wonder. It is a profound emblem of transformation and the eternal cycle of life. Its story, woven into myths, philosophies, and religious teachings, offers timeless lessons about resilience, hope, and renewal. Tonight, as you lie comfortably and let the gentle rhythm of your breath guide you, imagine the phoenix gliding silently over vast landscapes, its radiant feathers catching the soft light of dawn or dusk, each beat of its wings a reminder of life's enduring patterns and gentle cycles. One of the most fascinating aspects of the phoenix is the ritual surrounding its death and rebirth. Unlike ordinary creatures, its life is intentionally cyclical, designed to culminate in a magnificent act of self-transformation. Picture the bird gathering aromatic branches and spices, weaving them meticulously into a nest. Every detail of this process is deliberate, a calm and contemplative preparation for the moment when the old must give way to the new. The nest is not just a physical structure, it is a symbol of intention, patience, and the thoughtful orchestration of change. Imagine standing nearby, observing this serene ritual, the soft scent of the spices mingling with the morning air, and feeling a quiet sense of anticipation for the transformation that is about to unfold. When the phoenix sets the nest ablaze, it does so not with fear or chaos, but with grace and inevitability. The flames rise, glowing gently, enveloping the bird in a soft, transformative light. Imagine the warmth of the fire, its gentle crackle, and the calm radiance that fills the surrounding space. This is not destruction in the conventional sense, it is a sacred process of purification and renewal. The old self is consumed, and from its ashes, new life emerges. Picture the tiny flickers of smoke spiraling into the air, carrying away what has ended, leaving space for the new to rise. This ritual, both powerful and serene, is central to the phoenix's enduring symbolism and serves as a quiet reminder of the cycles inherent in our own lives. The rebirth of the phoenix is a moment of quiet miracle. From the ashes, a new bird emerges, delicate yet vibrant, with feathers glowing in shades of red, gold, and violet. Imagine the soft stretching of its wings for the first time, the gentle rise from the nest as it begins its journey anew. There is no hurry in its flight, only a calm assurance that life continues, that renewal is always possible. This moment embodies the promise of hope and the beauty of transformation, inviting reflection on the ways in which endings, though sometimes difficult or sorrowful, can give rise to beginnings filled with light, energy, and potential. The phoenix's cycle of life and rebirth also carries profound philosophical meaning. It reflects the natural rhythms of existence, reminding us that change is inevitable, that life is a series of endings and beginnings, and that resilience comes from embracing these cycles rather than resisting them. Imagine observing the phoenix soaring above mountains, valleys, and rivers, its radiant plumage catching the light in every direction. Each beat of its wings mirrors the steady passage of time, a rhythmic reminder that, like the phoenix, we can navigate life's transitions with grace and calm. Its journey is a metaphor for patience, endurance, and the quiet strength that comes from understanding and accepting life's impermanent nature. In addition, the phoenix teaches us about the power of solitude and reflection. Unlike creatures that live in flocks or herds, the phoenix exists largely alone, emphasizing the importance of introspection and self-awareness. Picture the bird resting on a high cliff, surveying the world below, its gaze serene and contemplative. In its solitude, it gains perspective, patience, and wisdom, qualities that allow it to approach transformation with calm acceptance. This aspect of the phoenix's myth gently encourages us to embrace moments of quiet reflection in our own lives, recognizing that solitude can be a source of strength, clarity, and renewal. Across cultures, the phoenix's life cycle has been interpreted in slightly different ways, yet the essential message remains constant. Life is cyclical, renewal is possible, and hope endures even after apparent endings. In Egypt, the Bennu symbolized the sun and eternal cycles. In Greece, it represented time, immortality, and resilience. In Rome, it became a moral and philosophical model. In the East, it reflected harmony, balance, and virtue. Imagine the phoenix gliding seamlessly across these diverse landscapes, its radiant feathers reflecting different hues and energies in each culture, yet its presence always gentle, serene, and reassuring. Its story transcends boundaries, offering a universal meditation on life, death, and renewal. The phoenix's death and rebirth also serve as a metaphor for human transformation. Each of us, in our own way, experiences moments of challenge, endings, or change. Like the phoenix, we have the capacity to rise again, to rebuild ourselves, and to emerge stronger, wiser, and more radiant than before. Imagine quietly contemplating your own life, the moments you have faced difficulties or endings, and visualizing the phoenix's radiant wings carrying you above them, lifting you into a space of calm reflection and renewed possibility. This imagery is not just comforting, it is empowering, gently reminding us that renewal is always within reach. Finally, the phoenix's life cycle invites us to slow down, breathe deeply, and appreciate the natural rhythms of existence. Its story is not one of frantic action or chaos, It is a narrative of patience, harmony, and quiet power. Picture the phoenix rising into the sky at sunrise, its radiant plumage glowing softly in the morning light, the world below calm and still. Allow yourself to feel the serenity of this moment, the gentle reassurance that endings are not permanent, and that every moment carries within it the seed of renewal. The phoenix teaches us to observe life with patience, to embrace change with calm acceptance, and to find peace in the continuity and cycles that shape our world. As we continue our journey into the story of the phoenix, it is important to explore the deeper symbolism that has allowed this magnificent bird to endure across centuries and cultures. Beyond its radiant feathers, its majestic flight, and its remarkable life cycle, the phoenix embodies timeless themes that resonate deeply with the human experience. Picture yourself lying quietly, perhaps with your eyes closed, imagining a vast, sunlit landscape stretching endlessly before you. In the sky above, the phoenix soars gracefully, its wings catching the soft light in golden and crimson hues. Its presence is serene, almost meditative, and it invites you to reflect on the profound lessons it has to offer. At the heart of the phoenix's symbolism is the idea of transformation. Unlike ordinary creatures that live and die in linear patterns, the phoenix experiences death as a deliberate, sacred act that gives rise to new life. Imagine the bird carefully constructing its nest from aromatic woods and rare spices, preparing for the moment when it will embrace the fire. The nest is a sacred space, a place of intention and reflection, reminding us that change is not something to fear, but a natural part of life's rhythm. The phoenix teaches us that endings are opportunities for renewal, and that embracing transformation with patience and grace can lead to profound growth and beauty. Closely tied to transformation is the theme of resilience. The phoenix's ability to rise from its own ashes is a powerful metaphor for enduring adversity. Picture the soft glow of embers surrounding the bird as it begins to emerge from the fire, its feathers vibrant and new. There is a quiet strength in this moment, a gentle reassurance that no matter how consuming life's challenges may be, renewal and hope are always possible. The phoenix's story encourages us to recognize our own capacity for resilience, to face change with calm acceptance, and to understand that difficulties, like the fire, are not permanent, they are catalysts for growth and rebirth. Another central aspect of the phoenix's symbolism is the cyclical nature of existence. Across cultures, the bird has been associated with time, the sun, and the natural rhythms of the world. Imagine the phoenix soaring high above mountains, rivers, and forests, tracing a slow, deliberate path across the sky. Its flight mirrors the steady passage of time, rising and falling in harmony with the cycles of life. This gentle repetition offers a sense of calm stability, reminding us that change is not chaotic but part of a natural order, and that life moves in predictable, reassuring patterns even when individual moments may feel uncertain. The phoenix also embodies hope and renewal on a deeply personal level. Its rebirth is a symbol of possibilities waiting to emerge from endings or challenges. Picture the newborn phoenix spreading its wings for the first time, radiant and full of energy. This image serves as a visual metaphor for human potential. Even after loss, disappointment, or difficulty, there exists the opportunity to begin again, to embrace life with renewed vigor and purpose. The bird's story gently reassures us that transformation is not only possible, but inevitable, when we allow ourselves to engage with life's natural rhythms and cycles. In addition to these personal lessons, the phoenix has often been interpreted as a spiritual symbol. In many cultures, it represents immortality, the enduring nature of the soul, and the connection between the earthly and the divine. Imagine the phoenix rising into a soft morning sky, the warmth of the sun highlighting its radiant feathers, its ascent slow and purposeful. Its flight carries it above the ordinary world, suggesting that there is more to existence than what we see in our daily lives. The phoenix invites contemplation of the eternal, encouraging us to consider the deeper aspects of life, to reflect on our spiritual path, and to find comfort in the continuity and interconnectedness of all things. The phoenix's solitary nature also contributes to its symbolic meaning. Unlike birds that travel in flocks, the phoenix exists largely alone, emphasizing introspection, self-awareness, and independence. Picture the bird perched on a cliff, overlooking a quiet valley, its gaze steady and calm. In its solitude, the phoenix gains perspective, patience, and wisdom, qualities that allow it to approach transformation with serenity. This aspect of the myth encourages us to embrace moments of quiet reflection in our own lives, understanding that solitude can be a source of clarity, strength, and renewal. Furthermore, the phoenix's connection to fire is symbolic rather than destructive. The flames represent purification, transformation, and the clearing away of what is old to make way for what is new. Imagine the soft, golden glow of the fire surrounding the bird as it prepares for rebirth. The flames are gentle, illuminating the phoenix rather than consuming it in chaos. This imagery invites a sense of calm reassurance, teaching that challenges or endings in our own lives can be transformative forces rather than sources of fear or despair. Finally, the phoenix embodies the harmony of opposites: life and death, destruction and creation, endings and beginnings. Its story illustrates that these apparent contradictions are not in conflict, but part of a natural, balanced order. Picture the phoenix rising from ashes, its radiant form illuminated by the gentle fire, soaring into a serene sky where dawn and dusk blend seamlessly. This vision is both comforting and inspiring, offering a gentle meditation on the balance inherent in life and the peaceful continuity that underlies the cycles of existence. By contemplating the phoenix's symbolism, transformation, resilience, cyclical life, hope, spiritual insight, solitude, and harmony, we are invited into a space of reflection and calm. Its story encourages us to slow our thoughts, breathe deeply, and recognize the beauty of life's rhythms. Like the phoenix, we can embrace change, rise from challenges, and continue our journey with renewed strength and serenity. Its presence, radiant and eternal, becomes a guide for both the mind and the spirit, helping us find peace, inspiration, and comfort in the cycles that shape our world. As we continue to follow the story of the phoenix, it is impossible to ignore the profound lessons embedded in its rare and magnificent nature. The phoenix is not just a creature of beauty and myth, it is a symbol of hope, resilience, and the quiet power of transformation. To fully appreciate its significance, imagine yourself in a serene landscape at twilight, the sky painted with soft hues of pink, orange, and violet. Somewhere above, the phoenix glides effortlessly, its feathers catching the last light of the day, shimmering in gold, red, and violet. Its flight is calm, deliberate, and majestic, reminding us that there is a rhythm and order in life, even when events around us may seem uncertain or chaotic. One of the most remarkable aspects of the phoenix is its rarity. Legends describe it as appearing only once every several centuries, a bird so unique that it has no peers. Imagine being one of the few fortunate enough to witness this extraordinary creature, perched gracefully on the edge of a sacred mountain or atop a golden temple spire. Its presence inspires awe, reverence, and a profound sense of calm. The rarity of the phoenix teaches us to value the fleeting and extraordinary moments in our own lives, reminding us that beauty, wisdom, and transformation often emerge only after patience and careful observation. The phoenix's rarity is also tied to its long life cycle, which spans centuries. During its lifetime, the bird experiences the world with a slow, deliberate pace, observing the natural cycles of the earth, the movement of the sun, and the rhythms of life and death. Imagine the bird soaring over rivers, deserts, forests, and mountains, watching as generations of creatures live and fade, yet always remaining serene, composed, and connected to the eternal flow of time. Its longevity allows the phoenix to embody wisdom, patience, and insight, qualities that make it not only beautiful but deeply meaningful. This encourages us to embrace a similar calm, measured approach to life, recognizing that understanding and growth often come gradually, over time. Another key feature of the phoenix is its self-immolation and rebirth. Unlike ordinary creatures that die and leave the world behind, the phoenix's death is purposeful, deliberate, and transformative. Imagine the bird carefully constructing a nest of aromatic woods and spices, the scent gentle and soothing, preparing for the moment of renewal. As the nest ignites, soft golden flames envelop the phoenix, purifying and transforming it rather than destroying it. The fire is a symbol of change, of endings that are necessary to allow new beginnings. Watching this process is not frightening but deeply calming, a meditation on the natural cycles that govern all life. From the ashes emerges a new phoenix, vibrant and renewed, its feathers gleaming like the first light of dawn. Imagine this young bird spreading its wings for the first time, stretching and gliding gracefully into the sky, a symbol of hope and resilience. The rebirth of the phoenix offers a quiet reassurance that no matter how challenging or consuming life may seem, renewal is always possible. It reminds us that endings are not final, but part of a natural cycle that allows for growth, transformation, and continued beauty. The phoenix also serves as a symbol of immortality and continuity. Across cultures, it has been associated with the sun, celestial cycles, and spiritual endurance. Imagine the bird ascending high into the sky, radiant feathers catching the sunlight as it glides effortlessly, a living bridge between the earthly and the divine. Its flight embodies the eternal, a reminder that life, in some form, continues, and that transformation and renewal are constants in the universe. This symbolism invites us to reflect on the deeper aspects of existence, to consider our own place in the vast, interconnected web of life, and to find comfort in the enduring patterns that shape our world. The phoenix's story is also one of solitude and introspection. Unlike birds that travel in flocks, the phoenix lives largely alone, emphasizing the importance of reflection, self-awareness, and personal growth. Imagine the bird resting quietly on a cliff, overlooking valleys and rivers, its gaze calm and serene. Its solitude is not loneliness, but a source of strength, patience, and wisdom. By embracing moments of quiet reflection in our own lives, we too can cultivate the inner clarity and resilience that allow us to navigate challenges and transformations with grace. Furthermore, the phoenix embodies the harmony of opposites: life and death, endings and beginnings, destruction and creation. Its fiery rebirth illustrates that these dualities are not in conflict but are part of a natural, balanced order. Imagine the phoenix rising from glowing embers, wings outstretched, feathers radiant, soaring into a sky that blends the soft colors of dawn and dusk. This gentle imagery encourages a calm meditation on life cycles, reminding us that even in moments of apparent endings, there is opportunity, growth, and renewal. Finally, the phoenix encourages patience and mindfulness. Its long life, deliberate actions, and careful preparation for rebirth remind us that transformation takes time. Imagine observing the phoenix building its nest, tending to every detail, waiting for the precise moment to begin its transformation. In this careful process, there is a lesson for us: life's most meaningful changes and achievements cannot be rushed. Patience, reflection, and thoughtful intention are as essential as action and effort, and they lead to results that are enduring and beautiful. By contemplating the phoenix, its rarity, longevity, transformative fire, rebirth, wisdom, and serene flight, we are invited into a space of calm reflection and gentle meditation. Its story encourages us to slow our pace, breathe deeply, and find comfort in the cycles and patterns that govern life. The phoenix becomes more than a myth; it becomes a guide, a symbol of hope, renewal, and the quiet resilience that exists within each of us. Its radiant presence reminds us that endings are merely beginnings in disguise, and that through patience, reflection, and acceptance, we too can rise from challenges, transformed and renewed. As we journey further into the story of the phoenix, it becomes clear that the bird is not only a creature of myth but also a reflection of humanity's fascination with time, renewal, and the cycles of existence. Its story captures the imagination because it mirrors the patterns we see in nature and the rhythms within ourselves. Picture a quiet evening, with the soft light of the setting sun spilling across a serene landscape, the air filled with the gentle rustle of leaves and the distant hum of water. Above this peaceful scene, the phoenix glides gracefully, its radiant feathers catching the final golden rays of the day, a symbol of calm, beauty, and the enduring promise of renewal. One of the most compelling elements of the phoenix is its life cycle, which is unlike that of any ordinary creature. From birth to the centuries it lives, and finally to its self-immolation and rebirth, the phoenix embodies a complete journey of transformation. Imagine the bird perched atop a high cliff, its gaze steady and serene, observing the world below. Across centuries, it witnesses the changing of seasons, the rise and fall of civilizations, and the quiet passage of time. Its longevity allows it to embody wisdom, patience, and a profound understanding of the natural rhythms that govern life. By contemplating this, we are gently reminded that patience and observation are essential in our own lives, and that understanding often comes slowly, in quiet moments of reflection. As the phoenix reaches the end of its life, it prepares for one of the most remarkable aspects of its journey, the act of self-immolation. Unlike ordinary death, this process is deliberate, sacred, and transformative. Picture the bird carefully constructing a nest of aromatic woods and spices, each branch placed with care, the scent rising softly into the air. This is a moment of intention, a quiet meditation on the natural cycles of life and death. When the flames rise, they do not destroy in a violent sense, they purify, transform, and create space for new life. The phoenix's calm acceptance of this process teaches us that endings are not to be feared, but embraced as opportunities for renewal and growth. From the ashes emerges the young phoenix, radiant, vibrant, and full of energy. Imagine the gentle unfolding of its wings for the first time, the soft stretch of feathers glowing in hues of gold, red, and violet. Its rise from the ashes is a quiet miracle, a moment of transformation that evokes hope, serenity, and reassurance. This rebirth is central to the phoenix's enduring symbolism. It reminds us that no matter how challenging or consuming life may seem, renewal is always possible, and endings are never truly final. The calm, deliberate nature of this transformation allows us to contemplate our own capacity for growth and change, encouraging us to view difficulties as opportunities rather than obstacles. The phoenix's story also carries profound philosophical significance. Its life cycle embodies the cyclical nature of existence, reflecting the rhythms of day and night, the changing seasons, and the natural cycles of life and death. Imagine the bird gliding over mountains, forests, and rivers, each beat of its wings echoing the slow, deliberate passage of time. Its flight illustrates that change is a natural, comforting part of existence, and that the cycles of life are consistent and reliable. This imagery encourages a calm meditation on time, patience, and the inevitability of transformation, reminding us that life moves forward even when moments feel uncertain or fleeting. Across cultures, the phoenix has been interpreted as a symbol of hope, immortality, and spiritual endurance. In ancient Egypt, it was associated with the sun and eternal cycles. In Greece and Rome, it represented resilience, virtue, and the continuity of life. In the East, the fenghuang and H symbolized harmony, balance, and moral integrity. Imagine the phoenix soaring seamlessly across these diverse landscapes, radiant feathers catching the light in countless ways, yet its presence remaining serene, gentle, and reassuring. Its story transcends cultural boundaries, offering a universal meditation on life, renewal, and the enduring power of hope. The phoenix's solitude also contributes to its calming symbolism. Unlike other birds, it is largely solitary, emphasizing introspection, reflection, and self-awareness. Picture the phoenix perched quietly on a cliff, overlooking valleys and rivers below, its gaze serene and meditative. In its solitude, it gains perspective, patience, and wisdom, qualities that allow it to approach transformation with calm assurance. This aspect of the myth encourages us to embrace our own moments of reflection, understanding that solitude can provide clarity, strength, and the space necessary for personal growth. Fire, a central element of the phoenix's myth, is symbolic rather than destructive. The flames that consume the bird's nest and body represent purification, renewal, and the creation of space for new beginnings. Imagine the gentle, golden glow of the fire surrounding the phoenix, illuminating its feathers and creating an aura of warmth and calm. The flames are not chaotic or frightening, they are deliberate, intentional, and serene. Through this imagery, we are reminded that life's challenges, endings, and transitions can be transformative, carrying the potential for growth, renewal, and unexpected beauty. Finally, the phoenix teaches us about harmony and balance. Its story embodies the unity of opposites, life and death, endings and beginnings, destruction and creation. Picture the phoenix rising from ashes into a sky where the soft hues of dawn and dusk blend seamlessly. This gentle imagery illustrates that seemingly opposing forces are not in conflict, but part of a natural, balanced order. Its story encourages calm contemplation, inviting us to embrace the cycles of life with serenity, patience, and acceptance. By reflecting on the phoenix, its life, rebirth, symbolism, and presence across cultures, we are drawn into a space of gentle reflection, calm meditation, and quiet reassurance. Its story encourages us to slow our thoughts, breathe deeply, and recognize the enduring cycles of life that surround us. The phoenix becomes more than a myth. It becomes a guide, a symbol of hope, renewal, and the quiet resilience that exists within each of us. Its radiant presence reminds us that no matter the challenges or endings we face, transformation and renewal are always possible, and the journey of life continues, ever radiant and eternal. As we continue to explore the phoenix, we arrive at one of the most enchanting aspects of its myth, the bird's association with fire and the transformative power it embodies. Unlike ordinary creatures, the phoenix does not merely experience life and death, it transcends them, using fire as a medium for renewal, purification, and gentle rebirth. Picture a quiet, twilight landscape, the soft hues of the setting sun spilling across rolling hills and forests. In the distance, a radiant glow begins to appear, warm, golden, and serene. It is the phoenix, perched atop a high cliff, preparing for the next stage in its eternal cycle, enveloped in the soft, mesmerizing light of its own flames. Fire, in the story of the phoenix, is not destructive in the ordinary sense. It does not harm or annihilate, rather, it transforms. Imagine the phoenix carefully constructing a nest from aromatic woods, spices, and resins, each branch placed with deliberate intention. The nest itself is a sacred space, a stage set for renewal. When the bird ignites the fire, the flames rise gently, glowing with a soft golden light. There is no crackling chaos or threatening heat, only the calm, deliberate warmth of transformation. The phoenix allows the flames to envelop it completely, surrendering to the natural rhythm of its life cycle with quiet grace and dignity. This act of self-immolation is a metaphor for letting go of the old to make way for the new. Imagine the ashes slowly settling after the flames have passed, glowing faintly in the soft evening light. From these ashes, the new phoenix emerges, vibrant and radiant, its feathers shimmering with red, gold, and violet hues. The transformation is seamless, natural, and beautiful. It reminds us that endings are never final, they are merely part of a greater cycle. In this gentle imagery, there is a calm lesson. Challenges, losses, and transitions in life are not to be feared, for they carry within them the seeds of growth, renewal, and unexpected beauty. The phoenix's relationship with fire also highlights its symbolic connection to the sun. Across cultures, the bird has been linked to solar imagery, representing light, warmth, and the eternal passage of time. Imagine the phoenix soaring high above a landscape bathed in the soft light of dawn, its feathers reflecting the gentle glow of the rising sun. The bird becomes a living emblem of the cycles of day and night, of life and death, of transformation and continuity. Its presence in this radiant sky evokes calmness and reflection, a quiet understanding that life's rhythms are eternal, and that even after darkness, light will always return. In addition to representing transformation, the phoenix's fire also symbolizes purification. The flames clear away what is old, stagnant, or no longer needed, leaving a clean space for renewal. Imagine the soft, curling smoke rising from the ashes, carrying away the past and creating a gentle clearing for new life to flourish. This purification is not violent or harsh, it is deliberate, precise, and calming. It invites contemplation of the ways in which we, too, can release what no longer serves us, creating space for growth, insight, and new beginnings. There is serenity in this imagery, a quiet reassurance that transformation, though sometimes accompanied by endings, is ultimately peaceful and renewing. The phoenix's fire also serves as a reminder of the interconnectedness of life and the cycles that define it. Just as the bird's flames consume the old to give rise to the new, the natural world moves through seasons, cycles, and transformations. Imagine the bird gliding above forests, rivers, and mountains, each beat of its wings resonating with the calm rhythms of nature. Its fire is not separate from the world, it is an integral part of the eternal flow, a visual and symbolic expression of the harmony inherent in life's transitions. Watching the phoenix in this way invites us to pause, reflect, and align ourselves with the natural cycles that surround us. Moreover, the phoenix's fire is a gentle teacher of resilience and courage. It demonstrates that surrendering to change does not mean weakness, it means embracing the natural course of life with grace and patience. Picture the bird standing calmly amidst the soft glow of flames, its radiant feathers unscathed, its gaze serene and confident. This imagery inspires the mind to approach challenges with similar calmness, reminding us that adversity, like the phoenix's fire, can be transformative and nurturing rather than purely destructive. It is a quiet encouragement to trust in the cycles of life and in our own capacity for renewal. Fire also links the phoenix to hope and possibility. Its rebirth from flames is a promise that life continues, that transformation is always available, and that beauty emerges from even the most consuming experiences. Imagine the newborn phoenix lifting into the sky, wings stretching and glinting in the soft light, each movement a delicate dance of resilience and grace. The bird's flight carries a silent message: endings are not final, and from every challenge or change, something radiant and new can emerge. Finally, the phoenix's fire reinforces the unity of opposites: destruction and creation, death and life, endings and beginnings. Its flames symbolize both the conclusion of one phase and the inception of another, reminding us that these forces are not in opposition but in harmony. Imagine the phoenix rising from ashes into a sky where dawn and dusk blend together, its radiant form a testament to the balance and beauty inherent in life cycles. There is a calming reassurance in this imagery, a meditation on the continuity, resilience, and transformative power of existence. By contemplating the phoenix and its relationship with fire, we are invited into a space of quiet reflection, calm meditation, and gentle reassurance. Its story teaches patience, resilience, acceptance, and the beauty of transformation. As the phoenix rises from its gentle flames, radiant and renewed, it offers a universal symbol of hope, reminding us that no matter the endings we encounter, renewal and growth are always possible. Its story becomes a soft, guiding presence, encouraging us to breathe deeply, relax, and trust in the cycles that shape our lives, much like the eternal, radiant flight of the phoenix itself. As we continue our exploration of the phoenix, we turn now to the bird's profound symbolism in human culture and imagination. While its radiant feathers, majestic flight, and life cycle captivate the eye, it is the deeper meanings embedded in the phoenix myth that truly allow it to endure across centuries. Picture yourself lying comfortably, the soft glow of a lamp casting gentle shadows, a warm blanket wrapped around you, as you imagine the phoenix gliding above rolling hills and quiet forests. Each beat of its wings is deliberate, calm, and full of intention, a reflection of the serenity and wisdom that this extraordinary bird embodies. Across time and place, the phoenix has represented hope, resilience, and transformation. It has appeared in countless stories, philosophies, and teachings, each culture adding layers of meaning while preserving the bird's essential essence. In ancient Egypt, the phoenix, often associated with the Bennu, was linked to the sun, creation, and rebirth. Imagine the early Egyptians observing the sun rising over the Nile, the phoenix soaring above, its golden feathers mirroring the sunlight in a quiet, radiant dance. This image served as a gentle reminder of the cycles of life, the inevitability of change, and the promise of renewal after every ending. In Greece, the phoenix was a symbol of immortality and resilience, illustrating the human capacity to endure challenges and emerge transformed. Picture the bird perched upon a sun-drenched cliff overlooking the Mediterranean, its feathers glowing in warm shades of red, gold, and violet. Its life cycle, living for centuries, burning in self-immolation, and rising anew, offered a metaphor for human experience, emphasizing patience, reflection, and the quiet power of transformation. The Greeks understood that true strength is often cultivated through endurance, and the phoenix embodied that principle in its serene and deliberate existence. In Rome, the phoenix became a symbol of moral virtue and continuity, inspiring people to live in harmony with both themselves and the cycles of nature. Imagine a quiet Roman garden, statues standing silently among flowering trees, as the phoenix glides gracefully above, its radiant wings reflecting the golden light of the afternoon sun. Its presence evokes a sense of calm reassurance, a gentle reminder that life continues in cycles, and that endings are opportunities for reflection, learning, and growth. The phoenix teaches that patience and wisdom, cultivated over time, are more enduring than any fleeting moment of difficulty or change. Farther east, in China and Japan, the phoenix became associated with balance, harmony, and cosmic order. In China, the fenghuang represented virtue, harmony between yin and yang, and alignment with the natural and spiritual worlds. Picture the fenghuang perched upon a flowering branch, mist rising from a quiet river below, its plumage glowing softly in the morning light. Its presence evokes tranquility, encouraging reflection on life's balance and the importance of virtue and harmony in our interactions with the world. In Japan, the H symbolized imperial authority, peace, and prosperity. Imagine the bird gliding above a serene Japanese garden, petals drifting gently in the breeze, its radiant wings reflecting the soft glow of dawn. It represented hope, renewal, and the promise of positive change, encouraging a sense of calm mindfulness in those who beheld it. Despite these cultural variations, the core message of the phoenix remains consistent. Life is cyclical, renewal is always possible, and transformation is a natural part of existence. Picture the phoenix gliding seamlessly across continents and centuries, its radiant feathers catching the light in myriad ways, yet its presence always calm, serene, and reassuring. This universality makes the phoenix a symbol that transcends borders, reminding humanity that endings are not permanent and that hope and growth are ever present, even in the most challenging moments. The phoenix also teaches profound lessons about the human experience. Its long life, its ritual of self-immolation, and its gentle rebirth serve as metaphors for personal growth, resilience, and renewal. Imagine yourself observing the phoenix quietly, its wings outstretched as it rises from the ashes, each movement deliberate, graceful, and calm. Its story encourages introspection, reminding us that our own lives, though fleeting in comparison, are rich with opportunities for reflection, transformation, and renewal. Even when faced with loss, difficulty, or endings, we can draw inspiration from the phoenix, embracing challenges as necessary steps in our own journey toward growth and wisdom. The phoenix's myth also emphasizes the value of patience and timing. It does not rush its transformation, nor does it flee from the cycles of life. Instead, it waits, prepares, and allows change to occur naturally. Imagine the bird tending to its nest of aromatic woods and spices, each branch carefully positioned, the air filled with the subtle scent of renewal. This slow, deliberate process teaches us that meaningful change and growth cannot be forced. They require preparation, reflection, and the gentle passage of time. By observing the phoenix in this way, we are reminded to approach our own lives with patience, embracing each step of our journey with calm attention and acceptance. Finally, the phoenix embodies hope, continuity, and the gentle assurance that life endures. Its radiant flight, its self-immolation, and its rebirth all serve as reminders that endings are not permanent, and that even the most consuming challenges carry within them the potential for renewal and growth. Picture the phoenix soaring into a sky softly illuminated by dawn, its feathers radiant, its wings gliding effortlessly, each motion a meditation on resilience, beauty, and calm. Its story becomes a comforting presence, a guide through life cycles, and a quiet reminder that transformation is not only possible but inevitable. By reflecting on the phoenix's symbolism, presence across cultures, and profound teachings, we are invited into a space of calm contemplation, gentle reflection, and quiet reassurance. Its story encourages us to slow our pace, breathe deeply, and recognize the beauty inherent in life cycles. The phoenix becomes more than a myth, it becomes a companion, guiding us with its radiant wings through endings, beginnings, and the quiet spaces in between, always reminding us of the potential for renewal, hope, and serene transformation. As we continue deeper into the story of the phoenix, we arrive at the bird's extraordinary role as a symbol of hope and guidance throughout human history. The phoenix has not only inspired myths and legends but has also served as a quiet reminder that life's challenges, endings, and transitions are not final. Imagine yourself lying comfortably in a dimly lit room, the gentle rustle of leaves outside blending with the soft hum of the evening. High above, the phoenix glides gracefully across the sky, its radiant feathers reflecting the fading light of day, each movement deliberate, calm, and filled with quiet assurance. Its presence evokes a sense of comfort, reminding us that even in the darkest or most uncertain times, renewal is always possible. Across cultures, the phoenix has appeared as a messenger of hope. In ancient Egypt, it was tied to the sun and creation, rising anew as the dawn returned, a constant and reassuring presence in the sky. Imagine the early Egyptians watching the first light of morning, the phoenix soaring above the Nile, its golden feathers glowing gently in the sunlight. This image was more than visual beauty, it was a symbol of continuity, resilience, and the promise that every night eventually gives way to a new day. The phoenix's quiet, serene flight served as a reminder to trust in the cycles of life, to remain patient and calm as the world moved around them. In Greece and Rome, the phoenix embodied the concept of immortality and the enduring human spirit. Picture the bird perched on a sunlit cliff above the Mediterranean, its wings stretching in preparation for flight, feathers catching the warm light in hues of red, gold, and violet. Its life, spanning centuries, and its dramatic cycle of self-immolation and rebirth illustrated resilience and transformation. The phoenix became a symbol of strength, encouraging individuals to endure adversity with patience and dignity, and to embrace change as an inevitable and even necessary part of life. Its calm and deliberate movements reflected the idea that growth and renewal are gradual processes, not sudden events, and that perseverance is a quiet form of power. In Eastern cultures, the phoenix carried additional layers of meaning, emphasizing balance, virtue, and harmony. In China, the fenghuang symbolized moral integrity, cosmic order, and the union of yin and yang. Imagine the bird perched upon a blossoming branch over a serene river, the morning mist curling softly around it. Its radiant wings gleamed in soft reds, golds, and blues, a gentle visual reminder of the importance of balance in life. In Japan, the H embodied peace, prosperity, and the alignment of human actions with cosmic and moral principles. Picture the bird gliding gracefully above a tranquil garden, petals drifting in the breeze, its presence a soft reminder that harmony and renewal are intertwined, and that hope is often found in moments of quiet reflection and observation. The phoenix's story emphasizes that hope is not passive, it requires patience, preparation, and trust in the natural rhythms of life. Imagine the bird constructing its nest of aromatic woods and resins, each branch placed with intention, the scent wafting gently through the air. The phoenix does not rush its transformation, it waits for the perfect moment, allowing change to occur naturally and deliberately. This careful preparation mirrors the human experience, reminding us that growth, healing, and renewal often require time and thoughtfulness. By observing the phoenix, we are gently encouraged to embrace our own periods of waiting and reflection, understanding that meaningful transformation cannot be forced. Fire, the element most closely associated with the phoenix, is central to its symbolism of hope and renewal. The flames that consume the old bird are not destructive in a conventional sense, they purify and create space for new life. Imagine soft golden flames rising around the phoenix, the air filled with warmth but not chaos, the gentle glow illuminating its feathers as it prepares for rebirth. The bird's calm surrender to the fire teaches that endings are not to be feared, and that even the most consuming experiences carry the potential for renewal. In this gentle imagery, hope is not fragile, it is resilient, radiant, and eternal, rising from the ashes of what once was. The phoenix also serves as a metaphor for personal transformation and resilience. Just as the bird rises from ashes stronger and more radiant than before, so too can we navigate challenges and emerge renewed. Picture yourself observing the phoenix quietly, its wings stretching and lifting as it takes flight, feathers glinting softly in the morning light. Its journey is deliberate, calm, and majestic, a reminder that personal growth and renewal require patience, reflection, and trust in the natural flow of life. Even in moments of loss, struggle, or uncertainty, the phoenix embodies the quiet assurance that renewal is always possible, and that hope endures beyond any individual ending. Moreover, the phoenix's myth emphasizes the unity of opposites, destruction and creation, endings and beginnings, solitude and connection. Its fire simultaneously concludes one phase of existence and initiates another, illustrating that these forces are not in conflict but part of a natural, harmonious cycle. Imagine the phoenix rising from glowing ashes into a sky where dawn and dusk blend softly, its radiant form a living embodiment of balance, resilience, and serenity. This imagery provides a comforting meditation on life cycles, encouraging calm acceptance of change and gentle awareness of the transformative potential within each ending. Finally, the phoenix reminds us that hope is not a fleeting emotion but a continuous, living presence. Its radiant flight, deliberate rebirth, and serene nature offer guidance and reassurance, encouraging patience, mindfulness, and the quiet cultivation of resilience. Imagine the phoenix soaring into a calm sky, its wings fully extended, feathers glowing softly in the golden light. Its presence evokes peace, offering a quiet reminder that no matter the endings we encounter, renewal, growth, and hope are always within reach. By reflecting on the phoenix as a symbol of hope, guidance, and renewal, we are invited into a space of calm contemplation and gentle meditation. Its story encourages us to slow our thoughts, breathe deeply, and recognize the continuity and beauty of life cycles. The phoenix becomes more than a myth, it becomes a companion, a guide through endings, beginnings, and the quiet spaces in between, always reminding us of the enduring promise of hope, the possibility of transformation, and the serene power of renewal. As we continue to follow the story of the phoenix, we arrive at the bird's profound connection to cycles of time, not only in nature but also in the human imagination. The phoenix is a creature that transcends ordinary life, existing in a rhythm that reflects the slow passage of centuries, the rise and fall of civilizations, and the gentle, inevitable flow of change. Picture yourself lying comfortably, a soft blanket wrapped around you, the room quiet except for the gentle rustle of leaves outside. High above, the phoenix glides gracefully across a calm sky, its radiant feathers catching the soft light of dawn, a living reminder of the continuity, resilience, and elegance that life can embody. One of the most remarkable aspects of the phoenix is its life cycle, which spans centuries. This extended lifespan allows the bird to witness the cycles of nature, the changing of seasons, and the rise and fall of generations of creatures below. Imagine the phoenix soaring over rivers, mountains, and forests, observing quietly as the world transforms beneath it. Its perspective is calm and patient, embodying the wisdom that comes from longevity, reflection, and an understanding of life's natural rhythms. By contemplating this, we are encouraged to adopt a similar calm patience in our own lives, recognizing that growth, understanding, and transformation often require time and observation. The phoenix's life reaches its zenith in the ritual of self-immolation and rebirth. Unlike ordinary creatures, its death is deliberate, sacred, and transformative. Picture the phoenix carefully constructing its nest from aromatic woods, resins, and rare spices, the air filled with a soft, calming scent. This preparation is gentle and deliberate, a meditation on the cycles of life and the inevitability of change. When the flames rise, they are not violent or chaotic, they glow softly, illuminating the phoenix in warm, golden light. The fire purifies rather than destroys, carrying away the old while making space for the new. In this serene act, we find a quiet lesson. Life's endings are not permanent, and transformation, though sometimes accompanied by loss or challenge, is a natural and beautiful part of existence. From the ashes emerges the new phoenix, vibrant, radiant, and full of energy. Imagine the young bird unfolding its wings for the first time, feathers glimmering in shades of red, gold, and violet. Its ascent is calm, deliberate, and majestic, a visual meditation on the continuity and resilience of life. This rebirth is a symbol of hope, reminding us that after every ending, there is the possibility of a new beginning. It encourages reflection on the ways in which we can embrace change, endure challenges, and rise again, stronger and more radiant than before. The phoenix's connection to time extends beyond its own lifespan to its symbolic relationship with the natural and cosmic cycles. In ancient Egypt, it was associated with the sun, representing the daily cycle of sunrise and sunset. Imagine the phoenix soaring over the Nile at dawn, its golden feathers catching the first rays of light, a living embodiment of the promise of renewal that each new day brings. In Greece and Rome, it symbolized immortality, endurance, and resilience, illustrating the human capacity to rise above adversity and continue onward. In Eastern cultures, the feng huang and H represented balance, harmony, and virtue, reflecting the quiet rhythm of the natural and spiritual worlds. Across these cultures, the phoenix remains a timeless symbol, connecting human experience to the eternal flow of time and the cycles of life. Solitude is another central aspect of the phoenix's existence. Unlike many creatures, it does not travel in flocks or seek constant companionship. Picture the bird perched atop a cliff, overlooking valleys, rivers, and distant mountains, its gaze calm and reflective. In its solitude, the phoenix gains wisdom, patience, and perspective, qualities that allow it to approach transformation with grace and serenity. Its quiet contemplation encourages us to embrace moments of solitude in our own lives, understanding that reflection, introspection, and self-awareness are essential to personal growth and transformation. Solitude, in this sense, is not loneliness. It is a gentle sanctuary for wisdom, strength, and calm. Fire, the element most intimately connected to the phoenix, serves as both a symbol of purification and a gentle force of transformation. The flames that consume the old phoenix are soft, warm, and deliberate, creating a serene space for renewal rather than inducing fear or chaos. Imagine the golden glow surrounding the phoenix as it prepares for rebirth, the air filled with the gentle aroma of aromatic woods and spices. The fire carries a quiet lesson. Endings and challenges, when approached with calm awareness, are opportunities for transformation, and from them, something radiant and new can emerge. The phoenix also embodies the harmony of opposites: life and death, endings and beginnings, destruction and creation. Its cycle of self-immolation and rebirth illustrates that these forces are not in conflict but part of a natural, balanced order. Picture the phoenix rising from ashes into a sky softly lit by dawn, its radiant feathers shimmering with calm brilliance. This serene imagery provides a gentle meditation on life cycles, encouraging patience, acceptance, and quiet reflection. Even in moments of apparent loss, there exists the potential for growth, renewal, and new beginnings. Finally, the phoenix teaches us to slow down, breathe deeply, and trust in the natural rhythms that shape our world. Its life, long and deliberate, offers a metaphor for patience, resilience, and the quiet acceptance of change. Imagine the phoenix gliding high above forests and mountains, each wing beat steady, graceful, and full of intention. Its presence is a gentle reminder that the cycles of life continue, and that transformation, like the phoenix's radiant flight, is both inevitable and beautiful. By contemplating the phoenix, we are invited into a space of calm meditation, gentle reflection, and reassurance that life, in all its cycles and changes, carries within it endless possibilities for renewal and serenity. Through the story of the phoenix and its connection to time, we are offered a lesson in patience, endurance, and the beauty of transformation. Its cycles of life, death, and rebirth serve as gentle reminders that even amidst endings, renewal is always possible. The phoenix becomes more than a myth. It becomes a guide, a symbol of hope, resilience, and calm assurance, showing us that life's natural rhythms are constant, gentle, and profoundly beautiful. As we move further into the story of the phoenix, we begin to see how this extraordinary creature has inspired countless myths, stories, and symbols across the world. Its majestic appearance, radiant feathers, and transformative life cycle have captivated the human imagination for millennia, inviting reflection, contemplation, and calm. Picture yourself in a quiet, comfortable space, the soft glow of evening light spilling across the room, as you imagine the phoenix gliding effortlessly across a vast, serene landscape. Each beat of its wings is deliberate, slow, and graceful, carrying with it the timeless wisdom of centuries and the gentle assurance that life continues in cycles, endless and radiant. One of the most fascinating aspects of the phoenix is its universality. Across cultures, it appears as a symbol of rebirth, resilience, and hope. In ancient Egypt, the phoenix, often associated with the Bennu, was tied to the sun, creation, and eternal life. Imagine it soaring above the Nile at sunrise, its golden feathers reflecting the soft morning light, a gentle reminder that each day brings new beginnings. This imagery provided a source of calm reassurance to those who observed it, a silent meditation on the eternal rhythms of nature and the promise of renewal. The phoenix's quiet presence embodies the balance and harmony inherent in life, teaching that endings are not permanent but part of a natural, recurring cycle. In Greek mythology, the phoenix became a symbol of immortality and transformation. Its life spanned centuries, culminating in an act of deliberate self-immolation followed by rebirth. Imagine the bird perched on a sun-drenched cliff overlooking the Mediterranean, its wings stretching slowly, each feather glowing in hues of red, gold, and violet. The phoenix's cycle of death and renewal offered the Greeks a metaphor for endurance, resilience, and personal growth. Through its calm, deliberate actions, the bird reminded them that challenges and endings are not final but can lead to transformation, wisdom, and inner strength. Its serene flight, high above the land, encourages a sense of patient observation and quiet reflection, qualities that are vital to personal development. In Roman culture, the phoenix symbolized virtue, continuity, and the eternal flow of time. Picture the bird gliding above a tranquil Roman garden, the soft sunlight illuminating its radiant wings, petals drifting gently in the breeze. Its presence conveyed calm and reassurance, encouraging the Romans to reflect on the cycles of life and the enduring potential for renewal. The phoenix became a symbol of hope, illustrating that life persists even amidst endings and transitions. Its gentle, deliberate nature teaches that patience and mindfulness are essential, and that growth often requires time, observation, and reflection. In Eastern traditions, the phoenix took on additional dimensions of meaning, representing balance, harmony, and virtue. In China, the fenghuang embodied cosmic order, moral integrity, and the union of yin and yang. Imagine it perched on a flowering branch over a misty river, its vibrant plumage reflecting the soft morning light. Its serene presence invited contemplation of harmony within the self and with the world, as well as the importance of virtue and balance in daily life. In Japan, the H symbolized peace, prosperity, and renewal, gliding gracefully above quiet gardens and temple rooftops. Its radiant wings and calm flight were gentle reminders that positive transformation and harmony are always possible, even after times of challenge or disruption. The phoenix's myth also emphasizes the beauty of cycles and timing. Its life, spanning centuries, is slow, deliberate, and filled with purpose. Imagine the bird tending carefully to its nest of aromatic woods and resins, each branch placed with intention, the soft scent rising into the air. Its deliberate preparation before rebirth teaches patience and reflection, showing that meaningful transformation cannot be rushed. The phoenix encourages us to slow our own pace, allowing experiences to unfold naturally, understanding that every moment of reflection, waiting, or preparation is a vital part of growth and renewal. Fire, a central element in the phoenix myth, symbolizes transformation, purification, and the gentle clearing away of the old to make room for the new. Picture the phoenix surrounded by soft golden flames, the air warm but calm, the glowing light illuminating its radiant feathers. The flames purify rather than destroy, offering a visual and symbolic meditation on the natural cycles of life. Through this serene imagery, we are reminded that endings, challenges, and transitions in our own lives can be opportunities for renewal, growth, and unexpected beauty. Fire becomes not a force of fear but a gentle guide, leading to transformation, resilience, and hope. The phoenix also teaches the value of solitude and introspection. Unlike many birds, it lives largely alone, using its solitude to gain wisdom, perspective, and clarity. Imagine the phoenix perched on a high cliff, overlooking forests, rivers, and mountains, its gaze calm, serene, and thoughtful. In solitude, the bird gains the patience and insight needed to embrace its transformation fully. This quiet reflection encourages us to seek our own moments of calm and introspection, understanding that self-awareness and mindfulness are essential to navigating the cycles and changes of life. Solitude, in the context of the phoenix, becomes a source of strength, clarity, and serenity. Finally, the phoenix embodies hope, resilience, and the gentle assurance that life continues. Its life, death, and rebirth serve as a meditation on transformation and continuity, encouraging us to reflect on our own potential for renewal. Picture the phoenix rising from glowing ashes into a serene sky, feathers radiant, wings outstretched, gliding calmly yet powerfully through the soft light of dawn. Its presence inspires a sense of calm reassurance, reminding us that endings are not permanent, and that every challenge or difficulty carries within it the potential for growth, transformation, and renewal. By contemplating the phoenix and its enduring symbolism across cultures, we are invited into a space of calm reflection, meditation, and quiet reassurance. Its story encourages us to slow our thoughts, breathe deeply, and recognize the enduring cycles that shape both the natural world and our personal experiences. The phoenix becomes more than a myth. It becomes a guide, a symbol of hope, renewal, and resilience, showing us that transformation is not only possible but inevitable. Its radiant presence reminds us that through patience, reflection, and calm acceptance, we too can rise from challenges, renewed, radiant, and ready to embrace the beauty of life cycles. As we continue our journey through the story of the phoenix, we arrive at an aspect of its myth that has fascinated humans for centuries: the bird's relationship with beauty, color, and the natural world. Unlike any ordinary creature, the phoenix is described as having feathers that shimmer in a breathtaking spectrum of reds, golds, purples, and sometimes hints of blue, a visual spectacle that captures the imagination and evokes a sense of calm wonder. Imagine lying in a quiet room, your thoughts slowing as the soft glow of a lamp casts gentle shadows, while high above, the phoenix glides effortlessly across a serene sky. Each beat of its wings is deliberate, graceful, and calm, as if moving in harmony with the rhythms of nature itself. The radiant plumage of the phoenix is not merely decorative, it holds symbolic meaning. The fiery reds and golds represent energy, transformation, and renewal, reflecting the bird's association with cycles of life, death, and rebirth. Picture the phoenix perched atop a sunlit cliff, its feathers catching the soft morning light, glowing with a calm brilliance that seems to pulse gently, like the steady rhythm of a heartbeat. These colors are meant to inspire awe, but also to evoke a quiet meditation on the passage of time, the inevitability of change, and the beauty that exists in transformation. By contemplating the phoenix's vibrant plumage, we are invited to reflect on the radiant possibilities that emerge from life cycles. Beyond its colors, the phoenix is intimately connected to the natural world. It is often depicted flying over mountains, forests, rivers, and deserts, observing the world in calm serenity. Imagine the bird gliding above a quiet valley at dawn, its wings catching the first light of day, the soft rustle of leaves beneath it, and the gentle flow of a river winding through the landscape. The phoenix's perspective allows it to witness the slow, deliberate passage of time, the cycles of birth, growth, and decay that shape the natural world. Its presence is a visual reminder that life is interconnected, that each moment flows naturally into the next, and that even in endings, there is the potential for renewal and beauty. The phoenix's beauty also extends to its flight, which is described as elegant, effortless, and mesmerizing. Imagine the bird soaring above distant mountains, each wing beat slow, deliberate, and perfectly synchronized with the rhythms of the sky. Its movements are graceful, almost meditative, creating a sense of calm in those who imagine or witness it. The phoenix's flight is not hurried or frantic. It is a quiet demonstration of patience, balance, and harmony with the natural world. By visualizing its serene journey, we are encouraged to slow our own pace, breathe deeply, and find peace in the steady, enduring rhythms of life. The bird's aesthetic allure is closely tied to its symbolic meanings. Its radiant feathers, deliberate movements, and graceful flight all serve as metaphors for renewal, transformation, and resilience. Imagine the phoenix rising from ashes, wings outstretched, feathers shimmering with calm brilliance as the first light of dawn illuminates the sky. The reborn bird embodies hope and possibility, a quiet reminder that endings are never final, and that from even the most consuming experiences, something vibrant and beautiful can emerge. Its serene appearance reassures us that transformation is gentle, deliberate, and purposeful, not chaotic or destructive. In addition to inspiring admiration, the phoenix's beauty encourages mindfulness and reflection. Observing the bird, even in imagination, invites us to focus on the present moment, to notice the subtle details of color, light, and movement, and to slow our thoughts. Imagine sitting quietly by a riverbank, watching the phoenix glide above, its feathers catching the sun, casting reflections in the water below. Each shimmer, each glint of light, becomes a meditation on the beauty inherent in the natural world and the cycles of life. Through this calm observation, we are gently reminded to notice the small, radiant details of our own lives, to find wonder in everyday moments, and to appreciate the quiet elegance of existence. The phoenix's connection to nature extends to its interaction with fire, an element that is both transformative and symbolic. The bird's self-immolation is depicted as a controlled, deliberate act, where flames purify rather than destroy, creating space for renewal. Imagine the phoenix surrounded by soft golden flames, feathers illuminated in warm hues, rising slowly from ashes with calm grace. The fire does not evoke fear. Instead, it creates a visual and emotional sense of serenity, highlighting the harmonious balance between destruction and creation, endings and beginnings. This imagery encourages reflection on the transformative potential present in all aspects of life, teaching that even the most consuming experiences can lead to beauty, growth, and renewal. Finally, the phoenix's beauty and grace embody the quiet power of inspiration. Its radiant feathers, deliberate flight, and serene presence serve as reminders that hope, renewal, and transformation are always possible. Imagine the bird gliding above a tranquil landscape at twilight, the sky painted with gentle hues of pink, orange, and violet, its feathers reflecting the fading light. The phoenix becomes a source of comfort and meditation, a gentle guide through the cycles of life, and a reminder that even after endings, there is always the potential for new beginnings, radiant beauty, and calm serenity. By contemplating the phoenix's beauty, color, flight, and harmony with nature, we are invited into a space of gentle reflection, calm meditation, and quiet reassurance. Its story encourages us to slow our pace, breathe deeply, and notice the radiant details that surround us in life. The phoenix becomes more than a myth. It becomes a companion in imagination, a guide through transformation, and a reminder that from every ending, something vibrant, serene, and beautiful can arise. Its radiant presence inspires hope, patience, and the quiet joy of witnessing life's endless, harmonious cycles. As we approach the final chapters of the phoenix's story, we pause to reflect on its profound symbolism as a guide through life cycles, transformations, and quiet lessons. The phoenix is more than a mythological creature. It is a living metaphor for resilience, hope, and the gentle rhythm of change. Imagine yourself lying comfortably in a softly lit room, the outside world hushed and still, as you picture the phoenix soaring gracefully above valleys, mountains, and rivers. Its radiant feathers glimmer in the soft light of dawn or dusk, moving with deliberate, serene grace. In this moment of quiet imagination, the bird becomes a companion for reflection, a calming presence reminding us that transformation is natural, inevitable, and beautiful. One of the most important lessons the phoenix teaches is that life is cyclical. Its long life, self-immolation, and rebirth illustrate that endings are not permanent. They are simply transitions into new beginnings. Picture the phoenix perched atop a sunlit cliff, gazing across a quiet landscape as centuries pass around it. Each season changes slowly: spring blossoms, summer warmth, autumn leaves, winter frost, yet the phoenix remains calm and observant, its presence a constant amid the ebb and flow of time. In its quiet patience, we are reminded to approach our own lives with understanding, embracing each change as a necessary part of growth. Life, much like the phoenix's flight, is a series of cycles, and there is comfort in recognizing this rhythm. The phoenix also embodies resilience in the face of challenges. Its ritual of self-immolation is both deliberate and serene, transforming what seems like an ending into an opportunity for renewal. Imagine the soft golden flames rising gently around the bird, consuming the old phoenix not with violence, but with purposeful calm. From the ashes emerges the new phoenix, vibrant, radiant, and full of life, spreading its wings with a sense of quiet assurance. In this imagery, we find a gentle lesson: hardships, losses, and endings in our own lives do not signify finality. Instead, they carry the potential for growth, transformation, and renewed strength. By observing the phoenix, we are invited to embrace challenges with patience, trust, and calm resilience. Across cultures, the phoenix has consistently symbolized hope and renewal. In ancient Egypt, the bird was tied to the sun, representing the eternal cycles of life and the promise of rebirth. In Greece, it illustrated immortality, virtue, and endurance. In the East, the Feng Huang and H embodied balance, harmony, and moral integrity. Imagine the phoenix gliding across continents and centuries, its radiant feathers catching the light in myriad ways, yet always moving with calm, deliberate grace. This universality reinforces the bird's role as a symbol of continuity and hope, connecting diverse human experiences and cultures through a shared understanding of life cycles. The phoenix also encourages reflection on solitude and self-awareness. Unlike ordinary birds, it is largely solitary, using its quiet moments alone to gain perspective, patience, and wisdom. Picture the phoenix perched atop a high cliff, observing forests, rivers, and mountains below. Its gaze is serene, calm, and meditative, reflecting an understanding of the world that comes from careful observation and reflection. This solitude is not loneliness, it is a sanctuary of insight and clarity, a gentle reminder that our own periods of quiet reflection are essential for growth, transformation, and inner peace. Fire, central to the phoenix's mythology, represents both destruction and creation, a deliberate cleansing that allows renewal. Imagine the soft glow of flames enveloping the phoenix, the air warm yet calm, as the old bird is consumed to give rise to new life. The fire does not threaten or frighten, it soothes and purifies, teaching that even life's most intense experiences can lead to transformation and growth. Through this imagery, we are invited to consider how endings in our own lives, though sometimes difficult or consuming, can become the foundation for new beginnings, hope, and opportunity. The phoenix's radiant beauty, the shimmer of its feathers, the elegance of its flight, the gentle glow of its fire, serves as a visual meditation on resilience, hope, and the enduring power of life. Imagine the phoenix gliding across a sky softly illuminated by dawn, feathers reflecting warm hues of red, gold, and violet. Each wing beat is deliberate, graceful, and soothing, inviting calm, introspection, and quiet appreciation of the cycles of life. Its beauty reminds us that even in transformation, in endings and beginnings, there is grace, harmony, and serenity. The phoenix also exemplifies the unity of opposites. Its life embodies endings and beginnings, destruction and creation, solitude and connection. Imagine the bird rising from ashes into a calm, radiant sky, wings spreading slowly and deliberately, feathers shimmering in the soft glow of morning. This serene imagery illustrates that opposing forces are not in conflict, but part of a natural, harmonious order. Through the phoenix, we are encouraged to accept the balance of life cycles, to find peace in both the quiet and the dramatic moments, and to recognize that transformation is not chaotic but deliberate, gentle, and inevitable. Finally, the phoenix teaches that hope is constant and enduring. Its story reassures us that no matter the challenges, endings, or transitions we face, renewal is always possible. Imagine the phoenix soaring high above a quiet landscape at twilight, its radiant feathers catching the soft light, wings moving with calm determination. Its presence embodies resilience, transformation, and the quiet power of patience. By reflecting on this myth, we are invited into a state of gentle meditation, where thoughts slow, breathing deepens, and the cycles of life are observed with calm awareness and serenity. Through the phoenix, we are reminded that transformation is both natural and beautiful, that endings are temporary, and that life cycles carry within them hope, renewal, and the potential for growth. Its story becomes a quiet guide, a companion in imagination, and a source of calm reflection. By observing the phoenix, we are invited to embrace life's rhythms, trust in the process of transformation, and recognize that from every ending, a new beginning can emerge, radiant, serene, and full of possibility. As we reach the final stages of the phoenix's story, we reflect on the full depth of its symbolism, its lessons, and the gentle wisdom it imparts. The phoenix is more than a creature of myth. It is a living emblem of transformation, hope, and resilience, guiding us through life cycles with calm, deliberate grace. Picture yourself lying in a quiet, comfortable space, the soft glow of evening light casting gentle shadows around you. High above, the phoenix glides across a tranquil sky, wings outstretched, each movement slow, measured, and serene, as if in perfect harmony with the rhythm of the universe itself. Its presence evokes a sense of calm reassurance, a meditation on the enduring possibilities of renewal and change. One of the most profound aspects of the phoenix is its unwavering demonstration of patience and timing. Its cycles of life, death, and rebirth are deliberate and precise, teaching that meaningful transformation cannot be rushed. Imagine the phoenix tending to its nest of aromatic woods, resins, and rare spices, each branch placed with intention, the air filled with a soft, calming fragrance. The bird does not hurry the process of its self-immolation or rebirth. Instead, it waits for the exact moment when the cycle is ready to begin again. Through this imagery, we are invited to practice patience in our own lives, understanding that growth, healing, and renewal unfold naturally when we allow time and reflection to guide us. Fire, the element most closely associated with the phoenix, illustrates the delicate balance between destruction and creation. Picture the soft, golden flames rising gently around the bird, warm yet calm, consuming the old phoenix with deliberate serenity. The fire purifies rather than destroys, creating a space where renewal and transformation can occur. From the ashes emerges the new phoenix, radiant, vibrant, and full of life. This imagery teaches that even in moments of endings, loss, or change, there exists an inherent potential for new beginnings. The phoenix's cycle is a visual meditation on resilience, showing that life's challenges can be transformed into opportunities for growth, wisdom, and quiet beauty. The phoenix's radiant feathers and majestic flight serve as a gentle reminder of hope and the beauty inherent in transformation. Imagine the bird gliding across a sky painted in soft hues of dawn, each feather catching the light, shimmering in reds, golds, and violet tones. Its movements are deliberate, fluid, and soothing, evoking calm, reflection, and awe. Observing the phoenix in imagination or story invites mindfulness, encouraging us to slow our thoughts, breathe deeply, and notice the small, luminous details in our own lives. Each moment, like the phoenix's flight, carries within it a quiet promise that renewal, resilience, and transformation are always possible. Solitude plays a vital role in the phoenix's story. Unlike many creatures, it spends much of its time alone, using quiet reflection to gain wisdom, patience, and perspective. Picture the phoenix perched atop a high cliff, overlooking forests, rivers, and mountains, its gaze calm and serene. In its solitude, the bird gains the clarity and insight necessary to embrace transformation fully. This serves as a gentle lesson for us, encouraging moments of introspection and quiet reflection in our own lives. Solitude, as demonstrated by the phoenix, is not a sign of loneliness but a sanctuary for calmness, resilience, and self-awareness. The phoenix's enduring presence across cultures and centuries also reinforces the universality of its symbolism. In ancient Egypt, it was associated with the sun, creation, and eternal life. In Greece and Rome, it symbolized immortality, virtue, and resilience. In Eastern cultures, the feng-huang and embodied balance, harmony, and renewal. Imagine the phoenix gliding across continents, its radiant feathers catching the light in countless ways, yet always moving with deliberate calm. This universality reminds us that hope, transformation, and renewal are timeless, transcending cultures, generations, and human experience. Its story is a quiet thread connecting humanity to the eternal cycles of life and nature. Another essential lesson of the phoenix is its demonstration of the unity of opposites. Its life embodies endings and beginnings, destruction and creation, solitude and connection. Picture the phoenix rising from glowing ashes into a calm, radiant sky, wings outstretched, feathers shimmering softly in the morning light. This serene image illustrates that opposing forces are not in conflict but part of a natural, harmonious order. By contemplating the phoenix, we learn to embrace the cycles of life, finding peace in change, calm in challenge, and beauty in transformation. The bird's life cycle also emphasizes the power of hope and resilience. Each rebirth from the ashes is a reminder that no matter how consuming a challenge, how final an ending may seem, renewal is always possible. Imagine the phoenix lifting into the sky after rebirth, radiant and serene, gliding effortlessly over a quiet landscape. Its calm and deliberate flight encourages us to approach our own difficulties with patience and confidence, understanding that challenges can be transformed into sources of strength, insight, and growth. Finally, the phoenix serves as a gentle guide through life cycles, inspiring reflection, calm, and serenity. Its radiant presence, deliberate movements, and enduring symbolism remind us to slow our pace, breathe deeply, and observe the natural rhythms that surround us. By contemplating the phoenix, we are invited into a space of quiet meditation, where endings are seen not as final, but as opportunities for renewal. Its story encourages us to embrace change, trust the cycles of life, and find peace in the gentle flow of transformation. Through the phoenix, we are offered a vision of life that is both calming and inspiring, a creature that embodies resilience, renewal, hope, and serenity. Its story encourages us to approach our own experiences with patience, mindfulness, and quiet reflection. The phoenix becomes more than myth, it becomes a companion, a guide through the cycles of life, showing us that no matter the challenges, endings, or transformations we face, renewal, beauty, and calm are always possible. As we arrive at the final chapter of the phoenix's story, we reflect on the lasting lessons and gentle wisdom this extraordinary creature imparts. The phoenix is more than a myth, it is a symbol of hope, renewal, and the enduring cycles of life. Imagine yourself in a quiet, comfortable space, the soft glow of a lamp casting warm shadows across the room. High above, the phoenix glides through a tranquil sky, wings outstretched, feathers glowing in calm shades of red, gold, and violet. Each deliberate movement is a reminder that life, like the phoenix, follows rhythms of transformation, resilience, and quiet beauty. The phoenix's life encourages reflection on endings and beginnings. Its cycle of death and rebirth teaches that no ending is truly final, and that every conclusion carries within it the seeds of a new beginning. Picture the phoenix rising gracefully from its ashes, wings fully extended, feathers radiant, gliding above a serene landscape. Its rebirth is calm, deliberate, and majestic, demonstrating that transformation is not chaotic but gentle, purposeful, and inevitable. In the same way, our own challenges, losses, or transitions can become opportunities for renewal, growth, and self-discovery. Solitude and reflection are central to the phoenix's existence. The bird spends much of its time alone, observing the world below with calm serenity, gaining perspective and wisdom. Imagine it perched atop a cliff, overlooking rivers, forests, and mountains, its gaze thoughtful and still. Through this quiet observation, the phoenix reminds us of the importance of introspection in our own lives. Solitude is not loneliness, it is a sanctuary for understanding, patience, and calm resilience. Like the phoenix, we can use these moments to prepare for renewal, to reflect on our experiences, and to emerge stronger and more radiant. The phoenix's connection with fire further highlights the gentle power of transformation. The flames that consume the old bird are not destructive in the ordinary sense. They purify and prepare for rebirth. Imagine the warm golden glow enveloping the phoenix, feathers shimmering in the soft light as the old life gives way to the new. This imagery offers a meditation on the cycles of life. Endings may feel intense, but they are necessary for growth, and from them, something beautiful can emerge. Through its calm surrender to fire, the phoenix teaches patience, trust, and quiet courage in the face of life's inevitable changes. Finally, the phoenix embodies hope and continuity. Its radiant presence, deliberate flight, and enduring symbolism remind us that life continues in cycles, and that renewal is always possible. Picture the bird soaring over a quiet landscape at sunrise, wings moving with calm, majestic grace. Its story inspires reflection, encouraging us to slow our pace, breathe deeply, and find peace in the natural rhythms of life. The phoenix becomes more than a mythological creature, it is a guide, a companion, and a gentle reminder that transformation, beauty, and resilience are always within reach. As you drift into the calm embrace of evening, the phoenix's story leaves us with a lasting sense of serenity. It teaches that even after endings, life carries the promise of new beginnings. Its radiant flight, deliberate rebirth, and serene presence offer a gentle meditation on hope, patience, and renewal. The phoenix reminds us to observe life cycles with calm awareness, to embrace transformation with quiet courage, and to trust in the enduring rhythm of growth and renewal. Through its myth, The phoenix becomes a symbol not just of rebirth, but of the quiet, radiant strength that resides within all of us, a comforting companion in imagination, guiding us through endings, beginnings, and the serene spaces in between. Its story closes with a soft, luminous promise that from every ending, there is the gentle, inevitable possibility of rising again, stronger, wiser, and more beautiful than before.